The second I went live, Dan's calling me. Dan, the birthday man. So maybe you'll see my notification.
I get copyrighted every live video for playing music. My last live video, you don't get in trouble, but it gets a copyright and then they take it down. Eileen, I'm coming to get you. Good morning. What's up, Damon? Happy Easter to you guys. Hey, Glenn. Hey, Troy. Tammy. Karen, Robin. Happy Easter. What's up, Red Rock? Michael Jackson. I've been jamming some tunes. I had to snap out of it. People were like, are you going live? And I was like, I don't know. It's Easter, and I'm like burnt out of my mind for some reason. I woke up and just like, yo, man, what's up? So I've been cranking tunes just to like get my mojo going. Happy Easter, Terry. Answer 42. I like that name. Happy Easter. What's up, Damon? Kim, happy Easter. Your mom's a slacker. I just do what she does. Maybe me and her will call you later, Slayer. Once we're done, we'll give you a call. See if you're doing okay. Yeah. I'm funny sometimes. My jokes are only funny to me. Like Gail posted something. She's like, I have a friend that, and I was like, hold on, you have a friend? Like, so my jokes are like, they just amuse me. They're not funny to anyone else. So, but I get the kick out of like, I'm easily amused if it's funny. I can't help it. Get some coffee. Dan just called me. Like I was literally going live and Dan doesn't call me that much. And he called me literally as I was going live. So hopefully he sees the notification. He knows why I didn't answer him. Don't say when you're live or doing videos, you're not supposed to say and I didn't do it for the first couple of years. You'll notice if you look at my videos, I never say and then now for some reason I'm like hey Holly, what's up, Rock? Happy Easter. I'm not going to be on here for 12 hours. I just can't. I got to do like an hour. I got to do it like normal people like that go live. They go on for like an hour and then they leave. They don't let you see how insane they are over 7 hours. Hey, excuse me. Hey, Kristen. Happy Easter. I was gonna say happy Christmas almost. Happy Christmas. Might as well be Christmas. Why not just change with everything that's going on? Why not just change Christmas till today? What's the point? We have an announcement to make. We're gonna move Christmas till July because of some people complained about their religion. You know, it's like, why not just change everything? I mean, this is getting to be ridiculous. Z Nation. I finished Z Nation. Z Nation has some good episodes and some kind of boring ones, is my opinion. But you kind of stick in there. I mean, it's a perfect show for. Good morning, Mr. D. It's a perfect show for this type of thing that's going on. Like if you want to binge watch and just do nothing and watch a show, Z Nation's good. I went back to Walking Dead because I've seen it, but I forgot the first few episodes and there's nothing really else to watch. So it does get boring with Rick and Carl. Carl, where are you, Carl? It's like with the name Carl, it drives me crazy. Rick turns into a kind of a wuss. Just kill everyone. It's as simple as that. It's the apocalypse. You know, I'm talking about The Walking Dead. Me too, B. I watched the whole Z Nation only because of this stuff that's going on. It's okay. They're very similar, but completely different at the same time. I thought Z Nation was kind of cool. There is episodes that were kind of stupid or boring. I thought, but then all of a sudden, then they'll make it up with a better one. Hey, Michael. I got a good picture from you and Carlos. Both got the same picture. It was really good. I think it's the one I used for the thumbnail. It was it's different. I want to talk about we'll give people a couple minutes. I want to talk about basically everybody. It's all of you guys. A lot of you guys have had these. You know, I see the pictures from everybody. You know, thanks, Jody, even Australia. believe it or not, a lot of Australia I've been seeing. Australia has really come around with this subject in the last year or two. There's others that, it's Bigfoot's mistaken for other. Morning, Gail. Would you like to see my comment? I was like, I only laugh at my jokes. No one else cares. I'm like, Gail, you have a friend? I don't know. Answer 42. It depends on what you mean exactly. It's been. I'll kind of answer that. I can kind of answer it without even knowing exactly what you meant, because there hasn't been too much. Like I don't get these, like, my feelings and stuff until I go up to where they are. Actually, yesterday it happened. So I go, as soon as I get to where the structures are and stuff, like the real ones, where I don't know if you saw the recent video where there's writing on the tree. I was there yesterday, and immediately I get goosebumps. I'm not even thinking or processing Bigfoot. I mean, even though that's what I was doing, I wasn't even really thinking about it because I'm in the truck. Then all of a sudden my arms just go straight up. I filmed this 100 times for people, so they know it's true. And then I get goosebumps and my hairs go up on my arms. One time I had my whole head went up like that, like the static balls you touch when you're in school. But usually it's just my arms, and that doesn't happen too much across the street. These other ones don't give you that. I don't know if they have the ability to do that. It's like a Sasquatch, like a Bigfoot thing. And these are the others. The ones I always call the others are legit. Like they're literally exist without Bigfoot around. Or he comes by. It's almost like they help build some of the stuff for them. Good morning, Ryan. Yeah, exactly, Kim. It just happens. Like it's, sometimes, especially if you haven't done this 1,000 times, you'll just write it off as like, oh, because I still have problems. Like I don't know whether half the time I'm doing it to myself or it's really happening. I mean, well, there's times I know for sure, but there's other times where I don't know if it was a thought I had that I just gave myself goosebumps, or it was literally them giving them to me. I definitely have those times. Hey, Robin, where I'm not sure. I'll be honest with you, I really don't know. But across the street, for the first time, it's been starting to happen. Like it's after I just keep going back and back. I'm talking to them. I'm telling. I don't know if they understand me, to be honest with you, but I'm just talking to them anyway, and telling them, like, look, I know I've seen your faces. I know this is your structure. You guys did a great job. I've been watching them pull all the branches. Ever since I went up close to their big giant tree across the street, they've been taking all of the branches and pulling them all back. And it keeps me out. I will not walk in there. I showed it in my video yesterday where it's all out now. There's no wind or no Boy Scouts in the world that could have done that. Like they don't do anything like crazy blatant, like in the air, like star structures, or they just do like ways to cover up where they are. That's all they do is they're inside these clumped trees and under these giant pushed over trees that have all of these insides. They could hide 1,000,000 times over before I get there every single time. And, I'm always looking for these big black things, not these little things. The little ones are so easy to get. And I think that they're extra careful because, God forbid we ever, caught one of those things or took one, which I wouldn't do, of course. But I think you'd probably be dead before you got out of there, no matter what the situation. If you got your hands on one of these creatures and you had bad intent, unless you were giving them a kiss, you probably would be in trouble. They're not going to let you out of there. It's the one time where, human free will would just be erased. You are dead if you hurt one of them, is my opinion. And there's countless stories about that. Happy Easter, Susan. What's up, Tim? Tim, great live video. Go check out Tim's bamboo place. That was great, Tim. It's the only thing that sucked was the reception in there, which is the story of my life. I totally understood. Everyone's like, "Wow, it's blurry." I'm like, "Listen, the guy's inside of bamboo forest. The signals don't really get out." But that's special. I saw a couple key things in there as far as I was concerned, like the way they structured up that hole. Like you would just like a hole. There's like water and like flies coming out of it, but that's something special. And they have they had structure over it. I know it's easy to miss stuff. When you're in there and the flies are attacking you, and they're probably messing with your brain, and so you're going to miss some structures. But Man, I like that place right away. I got real vibes from there. So check out Georgia Bigfoot Bamboo. That was really cool. There's like these houses, like old like sheds or houses, and there's bamboo like all around them in Georgia. Georgia's cool, man. Georgia holds a lot. I mean, that's where isn't that where Walking Dead is? I don't know. I feel like it's in Georgia. I never checked to see where the. I thought Walking Dead was there. I mean, there's been a lot of shows filmed in Georgia. This bamboo is insane. Like there's a lot of bamboo. There's I could have sworn I saw timestamps. They were up. I got a picture of one of them. That was a good spot. Ginger, that's funny. Yeah, that's what I mean. Well, that's kind of what. Yeah, only 95. I almost didn't do a live video today because it's Easter, but enough people messaged me and said I'm not doing anything if you want to do a live video. So I figured I'd just say I'm not going to stay on for a long time. I'll do an hour. I got pictures. We could look at a few pictures from across the street. They're right there. I mean, I got you guys. I was 10 feet away from them off the camera. I spent a whole day, not the whole day, but I that day was, I went over there without cameras. I brought my cell phone in my pocket just in case. It was actually more for like if a UFO flew over. I can't because I'm tired of telling people I just saw a UFO and they're like, "Did you film it?" I'm like, "I couldn't," So I'm just keeping that cell phone with me just in case because I don't for whatever reason, which might hurt me. But I had a good day over there and I was right next to them. I got to see things moving, like bushes moving, things like that. The others, it's legit, and this is they are the ones that are in everyone's house, in your gardens, your bushes, your backyard, even in places where you would swear it's impossible for something to live there. That's the trick to this. Remember what I tell you, it's not impossible, it's just outside your logic. It's not logical. I need Spock. Where's Spock when I need him? It's not logical. Of course it's not logical. That's how I was watching Our Cloaked Unseen Worlds video the other day too. He was in a really pretty forest. They're right there. His video is a good example of how they can just be standing right there and you'll never know it. It's like the opening scene of his last video. There's an X and they're all right there. That was amazing. Hey, thank you, Nadine. That was very nice of you. Thank you very much. Happy Easter to you. I appreciate that. I really do appreciate that because my YouTube is this month's been the worst YouTube revenue in 4 years. This month has been, it's just absolutely, it's just going, I don't know what's going on. You figure everyone's like, oh, I thought people would be watching videos more because they're home. Like I've never seen less people on YouTube in my entire life than I've seen since the coronavirus. Nobody's watching anything on YouTube that, as far as I can see. My views are down 64%. Something like that. Well, that's what I mean. It's not logical. That's the trick to this whole thing is logic and common sense. They operate right on the outside of that. And as soon as you realize that, then it's easy. It's the easiest thing you'll ever do. Thousands of people have realized this. Well, I know, Valerie, like people are watching it, but not like in droves. Like my views have gone down, not up. Which, you can't judge all of YouTube like that, but I mean, sometimes it does give you an idea. Like you could have 10 subscribers and if, 4 more people watch you, maybe, 40,000 more people are watching another channel. I'm just tanking. Well, I mean, I know my channel's censored, but now it's really censored. I don't even get a new sub or anything. When you have 40,000 something subs, your subs go up like 10,000 subs a month, just automatically. You could suck and they just go up. It's when your channel's completely blocked, it doesn't go out. It's I don't care, but it gets a little frustrating, because I don't want people to have to help me. If YouTube wouldn't block me, I'd have a fair revenue there. I wouldn't have to ever ask people for money. That would be a great feeling for me, is never to have help. I would love, just like you can believe that because you don't want help. Nancy, you want me to give you help, or Michael? Just, Michael, here's 100. Go ahead. It's like, I don't want that. You want to be the one that help people. That's the fun part, is to help, not to get it. So whenever someone says Mark only wants money, I just think the person's the dumbest. It's the most illogical statement you could ever make. If you say I do this for money, you got to be an idiot. Where's that, Will? Will's on a 50-hour lockdown. Well, they're getting serious by you, Will. Where are you? Happy Easter, Michael Wright. Okay, wow, that's interesting. And they're literally locking the plantation. I mean, the reservation plantation. The reservation is completely locked down. Wow, that's interesting. Happy Easter. 50-day locked or 50-hour complete lockdown, or you go to jail. Huh. Wonder why out there they're so worried about that. I can't help to think, like, it's just me, my imagination, but I can't help to think that they're like trying to stop us from looking up at the sky. And I reminded people, I didn't put it in yet, but I have a video in one of my clips. I was like, it's amazing. I made up a number. I was like, Yeti's okay. He's out in the snow. It snowed last night. It was 65 yesterday. It was so beautiful. And then I went out yesterday, and then I just woke up, let the cat out. I was like, oh my God. Like, I couldn't believe it was snow. Yeah, that's interesting that's interesting that the reservation's so tight, lockdown so tight. Yeah, there's more to this. Some of it'll come out, some of it you'll never know about. There's secrets that never leak. Most of the secrets are made up fake news, but the real ones are very, very tight. We'll find out some secrets eventually, but there's some that you'll never know about, especially if there's like UFOs involved. They'll do anything in the world. They'll make up every lie. They'll lie blue in their face. It's to protect. People are idiots. Have you guys seen what happened over the common cold? What if you announce that aliens are living among you in your bushes? People are idiots. They'll lose their minds. You can't tell people anything. That's why you got to give the federal government a little bit, and I'm talking about any country. You got to give the government a little bit of credit there. Yeah, they lie and they're assholes and they're all thieves and stuff like that, but they also have to deal, no matter who they are or how bad they are, they do have to deal with the most insane people in the world, which are human beings. There's nothing more insane on the earth than human beings. The TV? Oh yeah. It's just what is it? Oh, it's Netflix screensaver. Don't tempt me. I'll shoot it. I mean, turn off the TV. Because I'll like it. If I get dared, I'll just be like. No, that's the crazy thing, Mr. D. He said much military aircraft, and that's the thing. It was like right before the winter, it was out of control. Planes coming by, carriers going back and forth. I think they were building that base. I think it's brand new, and that's why it's died down now, where they're actually finished. I saw that they took over the parking way up in the middle of nowhere. There's like a place to go to the bathroom, and they took the whole parking lot, all the employees, and I guess they're airlifting them in. They're up in like 14,000 feet. There's 20 feet of snow there. There's no way to access these areas, these secret bases they don't tell you about. You cannot access them on foot. There is no way to access them on foot. And then if you did, somehow they would get you. They have radar, they would get you. They have ground radar as well. So if anything moves, a deer, they know. Everyone thinks radar is just fly below the radar. Believe me, if you're going to a secret base on foot, they know it. They have cameras, satellite projections, heat, all kinds of things like that. There's no way to approach a place, but I can get close. I'm going to try to get close because I can zoom from 2 miles. I just want to watch things come out of the ground. I don't even care. I don't even want it to be a UFO. I'd be happy just to get those stealths coming out of the ground. Like those 6 stealths that came out, that was pretty wild. Let's see what the spot is. This video I did the other day. Oh yeah, this is cool. They're right on this river. I can't understand why they have to be on the river. I guess they've always been there. I got their faces last time I stopped my truck. This is somewhere different. And they were right there, like right there looking at me. It was crazy. And these are the others. I think they're there. Let me see if I got them. They're right there, as plain as day, on this river right next to someone's property. So you know that they're out of sight during the daytime, at least. As far as humans go, they're out of sight, during the day. I can't. It blows my mind, because like let's talk about one thing that no one really thinks about too much. Like, well, they do probably, but it's not talked about. What do these guys do? Forget about how they do it or who they are. What are they doing? That's what I want to know. He's not just sitting in the bushes the whole time. Like, we have a life. Like, even if you go play a video game, you're doing something. Like, they've got to do more than just exist in the woods. Like, what do they do? I'm talking about any of them. Pick a Bigfoot or a dog man or one of these others, whatever you think. Like, what is their entertainment and what's going on during the day? I don't get it. Like, are they playing baseball or I don't get it. It's one of the things I don't know any more than the 5 years ago is what they do. It's like, I know we have other more serious questions, but seriously, it's important. What are they doing when no one's around? What do they do? Just sit there and bend sticks sideways? It doesn't make any sense to me. Well, I'm sure they communicate with each other, but that's not the whole time. Like, hey, let's just talk now. It's one thing I believe, like, beings, doesn't matter where you're from or who you are, whether you're a rabbit or a person, we'd like to do stuff. You don't want to just sit there talking. Like, you got to do something. It's really killing me what they do. Like, are they just up? Are they taking turns? Is there that many, even in that one spot? You think, oh, people will be like, oh, I have 4 of them there. I'm like, I believe the person; they're not lying, but they how do you have no idea how many are there? 4. It doesn't make any sense. Of course, you don't know what the number is. It's impossible. You can't see everything. Do they rotate? Is there are these certain special places underground there where they constantly, it seems like there's someone always there, right? Well, maybe it's because I'm making this up, but it's something I've thought about many times, like where they're taking turns basically to get sun. Email transfer, what does that mean? I have email. I don't know. What do you mean email transfer? I'm not really that hip on the emails. If you start emailing me, I might miss it. Oh yeah, Scott, there's no doubt about it. They love to people watch. Things like that. But I also think we confuse that with security. Like, they're just keeping an eye. Well, that's not true, because I see them set up like on paths and stuff where they're watching the people walk. Right. There's no doubt they get some kind of kick out of watching some lady with her dog. There's no doubt about it. We all have caught the pictures in other people's things. You can find them on Netflix. I mean, you watch The Walking Dead. It's unbelievable. I forget, somewhere in season 4 or something like that, you got to see one of the structures. It's mind blower. Not to mention, I've counted at least 10 X's, literally in the shot right behind them. They're made X's in The Walking Dead. I think it's Georgia, but I'm not sure. Georgia is really, really fascinating to me. I like to go to Georgia. It's got, the weather there is really good. It gets too hot in the summer, like most places, but it's got a great winter, and it can actually be a bad winter in Georgia sometimes, but usually I think it's fairly mild, like where it's not 10 below. It is filmed in Georgia. Okay, thank you. Yeah, Georgia's, you can just see, even The Walking Dead, they got the right forests, they got everything there. The X's, they're literally filming in the middle of a Bigfoot world in one scene. There's structures everywhere. These guys are probably like, what are these people doing? Oh, is it? Yeah. Well, that I know. No, Georgia it's got its downfalls, right? Humidity. The whole East Coast has got humidity, but it's still a year-round kind of a pleasurable place to be. It's like if it was the apocalypse, like Walking Dead, not such a bad state to be in. Yeah, you're gonna sweat, but you get like a really great spring and fall, is what I'm saying. Like, the spring and falls are just unbeatable, really. Not too, and very little snow. Occasionally you get a little snow, but not too much. Yeah, you got gators. So Georgia's it's not overlooked, but it's just not talked about enough, like how cool Georgia is. It's beautiful. That's where Cassandra lives. out there. There's some just incredible mountain ranges and hills and stuff like that. Hey, let's look at a couple pictures. What do we got here? Let's just keep me from speaking as much as possible. So these pictures are a little different. It's hard to get them, right? So, hey, Wisconsin, how are you? Sunday, Monday, happy days. If I hear Wisconsin, I can only think about Happy Days and Laverne and Shirley, because that's what made that place famous. Oh, hey, Tabby. Sorry, if you said it before, I missed you. I can't. It's hard to see every single one. Although my chat doesn't go that bad, so usually, but I do look away because I'm trying to find a picture. The alien was amazing. I mean, I should get the real footage from that. You guys want to see the original footage of the alien? It's amazing. It's real. It's not even blurry. It's just the fact that you gotta. It's because I've zoomed up to him so much, but when you pause the original, Mark, you got a number? Yeah, but I can't give out my phone number, dude. Very few people have my cell phone number. But you can message me on Facebook, or you know what, you can give me the kick because I'd love to see the pic. I'd love to see that. Don't get me wrong. I want to see your, and I could give it to you privately, but I just can't give out my cell because I don't get. There's trolls on here would love that. Let's talk about lesbians. Did you hear that psychotic person? Like, what a psycho Mason exploring, you guys. She's got everyone's unsubscribed to her. Person that literally attacked me when I've done nothing except put her on the map, reach my hand out in friendship, accept her, been her friend when no one else would, promoted her. She would try to get people off my live videos and stuff, like literally try to go start a live video during my live video and try to tell people to go over there. People are like, what is wrong with her? And then she gets the other guy. The only person she could get to team up on me was another guy that I gave all his subs to and supported him and tried to help him, and they just turned on me. But I found out that's that Long Island guy who's he was drunk on the live video. So great camaraderie there, Maria, getting an alcoholic and a drug addict to bash me, and then someone who I helped. So that's kind of I don't even care. I just feel bad for them. It didn't affect me in one way. I never saw any of it. I don't watch that stuff, you guys. They're just wasting their time. I got messages from you guys, unsubscribed. She's like, I cannot believe I got so many messages. I could show you the messages right now, except I don't want to put the people's name on it because then they might not want to see that. You know, that said, like these people are psychotic, and there's the people that know me and know that I've helped, how much I've helped them, and you know, people will just literally stab you in the back. These are the bad people in this, you guys. Stay away from psychotic people like that. I simply said something about the Bible and about how, you know, it was meant to be men and women, not that lesbian, you know, like lesbians and gay people are fine. I have lots of lesbian and gay people. They try to blow it out of proportion and just to get attention, you know, just so maybe they could get more than the 10 views that they get, you know. People don't understand, even censored, if you're getting 10 views, there's a reason. It's because you suck. That's why you get 10 views. You suck. So stop attacking other people for attention. You only makes you look bad. I don't care what subject you're in. I don't care if you're at a job and you're like, oh, I hate that person. You know, don't be that person because it makes you look bad. You know what I mean? Why do you hate that person? There's something wrong with you. Mason exploring for some reason just, yeah, look, Andrew loves lesbians. We love lesbians here. It's great. And I had the gay and lesbian people message me, Mark, are they kidding? I was like, I don't know. People are insane. They're literally insane. She's watching right now. Believe me, she has nothing better to do. She has no life, and she ruined any possibility of ever succeeding in this subject. So that, you know, I really feel bad. I'm a little bit, the only reason it's affected me a little bit, I'm talking about it because I can't believe that someone that I reached and helped when no one else would decided just to turn their back for no reason. And they call energy overload like a cult and things like that. It's funny because they post pictures and no one likes them so instead of accepting that maybe the picture wasn't that good, they attack everybody. So I know, be like, hey, I didn't get any likes. My picture must suck. You know, like I thought it was good, but you know, I know people will just like what they can see and what they like. It's nothing personal. Oh, whoever else super chatted me, thank you so much. I must have missed it. I'll look at them later. Thank you so much. I didn't see the other super chat. Let me see who that was. I want to say thank you. Can I see? How do I hit the button? All right, whatever. Let's do that in a minute. Thank you for that super chat, and I'll find out who you were in a minute. This one was pretty good. Who got this one? Was it Cindy? Or I forget who got that one. Energy overload. This was a good one because, you know, a lot of these are overlooked because it looks like a shadow. You know, it really does look like it could be a shadow. And then you zoom in, you can literally see the eyeballs. Look at his eyeballs. Look how round. It was amazing. These guys are different. You know, these are I call them cave trolls. It's completely, they're not really trolls, but they just show up there. So yeah, like, you know, so the valuable lesson that they've learned, this Long Island Bigfoot and Mason exploring, is that they're losers and you don't attack other people, especially the only person in the world that reached their hand out in friendship to you. And then just for absolutely no reason, I've done nothing or said anything. All I do is go out and do this, you guys. That's all I do. There's no reason. So if you're attacking me, you're desperate. You're just absolutely desperate. It's a crazy thing. So yeah, it's too bad for them. Unfortunately, they'll never do this again. Neither one of them will ever get us a view on their Bigfoot channel again. Mason exploring and Long Island Bigfoot. I didn't see anything they said. I just heard about it. They did a live, and then Long Island Bigfoot was drunk. He was drunk on the live video. He's a drug addict, complete idiot, who I figured I would give a chance. I don't judge. I'm the coolest guy. I don't care if you shoot heroin. If you can get this done, go great. You might be more interesting to watch than anybody. You know what I mean? I'm not a judgmental person. I just don't like people that stab people in the back for absolutely no reason when they would never have had one subscriber if it wasn't for me. It's an amazing thing to me. It's psychos. So let them, now they have nothing and no one will ever watch them again. Why? Simply because people don't like when other people attack, especially when they're lying. That's when people get turned off by that. No one likes a liar, you know. I don't think people understand how well we know each other. You know what I mean? Like we're all friends here. You can say anything you want about me. You're never going to turn one of my friends on me because they know you're full of shit. Anyway, someone said, don't waste energy, and she's absolutely right. Okay, so, this was good too. If we can see that, I think you'll be able to see it better here. You see him? Look at that dude. Someone's like, what is this? I'm like, I don't know. They wear things like this. This is probably I don't know for sure, but it's probably his tech. Sorry, it's a little bit blurry. Let me see if I can make that smaller. Because I took this picture. I'm waiting for someone to get that better. I took this picture. Believe it or not, I'm not even good at getting timestamps. I was thinking to myself the other day, like, you realize what you do, right? Like, and you suck at getting the pictures out of the videos. And I was like, I'm talking to myself, and I'm like, well, thank God you have the best people in the world. Carlos. All these people. Michael, you know, Diesel. Forget about it. You guys got to see Diesel's pictures. That's another thing. I've promoted Diesel so many times. If he ever turns on me, I will literally drive to New Jersey. You hear that, Diesel? That's a threat. I'm teasing. There he is. You see him? Look, see, he's got like a mohawk. He's got like an Indian. You know, this is part of their world. We don't understand that. That's why people start to deny things. They want to understand everything. This is right across the street from my house. I was 10 feet away, 5 feet away from him. Then I was literally 3 feet. I walked to the other side, and there's these breaks, and they were right in there the whole time. And my hairs were standing on end. I was so close. But they can't, I don't think they can remove you like the Bigfoots. Like they never make me leave. If I was that close in one of the Bigfoot worlds, I would have got a whistle. I would have got something would have happened. I would be like, oh, I'm going to go over here. You know, something would have happened. Here, this doesn't happen to me. And even though he is kind of Bigfoot looking, he doesn't have any hair. I see them all the time. They're always over there, and they're inside these, and there's a symmetrical X in front of them. Plus, there's tons of others if you look carefully. There's no blur to this picture except for my blur. I made it blurry. It's in the video. There's no blur at all. You have to kind of zoom past some sticks. See those faces? Look at the faces. I told these guys. Look at right there's a big one right there. You can just see the left side of them. I told these guys sometimes I feel like they're spirits But why? Because I'm using my imagination. This is another one. This is a great one Carlos found. Where's that one? I think this was Carlos, wasn't it? Yeah. Look at that. So I'm at where that deer kill is. It's amazing. He's right there. But yeah, Diesel, I saw a couple pictures from you recently that were really good. Good job on those. And he finds also good pictures, and he'll do pictures for me too that he finds in my stuff. That's really good. You guys don't ever, by the way, if you send me like a great picture and it doesn't make here or something like that, or I don't put it in a video, believe me, it has nothing. Don't ever take that personally. Am I seeing one of their clouds? It's just that I have so many, and I really have to try to pick out ones that, I feel like even, someone this on their first day might be able to see something, I'm just taking a look back here. It looks like one of their clouds. Oh yeah, they're right there. Look at that. You guys, this is how they do it across. Gail will tell you, because she's found the best clouds across the street. There it is. There's their cloud. See how there's nothing here. It's not blur. This would all be here. This is how they do it. This is how with your eyes, that is not there. And you can look carefully, you'll see them. They're all there. Look. See, they're all there. I'm having trouble with these guys. I'm getting, it's progressed further than I ever thought it would, but it's still not enough. I'm working on it. And how am I working on it? By just going over there every single day, just every day. Like I'm going to become, whether they like it or not, part of their family. I want to see or hold one of these little dudes. That would be amazing. This was a good picture. I can't wait to go back to these places, you guys. I am losing it. I've got to go back. Bye, Slayer. Have a good day. Slayer, where you go? What's his excuse? Friday night and I won't take long. Look at the video I was watching. Because if you listen to it, they say Mark A. Bell. I can't play it or I'm going to get copyrighted. Right in the middle, they go, Mark A. Bell. What else did we get? Oh, this one was pretty good too. This was 2 videos ago. This is right up the hill as I look out my trailer. But I finally went up there and I was like, there's no Bigfoot. So you can hear me in my video. I'm like, they're just not up here. They don't let you know they're up there. But I'm pretty sure that was legit. One person, everyone except one person. And wasn't mad at her, but she, like on the group, she said that she's like, looks like a shadow. And I'm very willing to believe that there because I'm the one saying there's no Bigfoot. So if I agree that it's a Bigfoot, then I was wrong in my video. And I'd rather be wrong. See, I'm seeing them too. You got the others there too. There's the others. And then there's your Sasquatch. Or whatever it is. It's the being of there's a couple of them there. See that? That was pretty cool. Because I'm literally, as I'm, oh, what was that one? Look at that one, you guys. I didn't see that yet. This happens a lot. Right there. Oh, what is that? There's no way there could be holes like that. There's one right there. Some kind of stick going up to him. Look at that. How did you have those holes out in the woods? I think there's a whole clan. There's a whole thing going on there. And meanwhile, in the video, I'm like, nah, they're not up here. Well, I mean, I wasn't sure of it, but I was pretty sure. And then meanwhile, of course, I was thinking to myself, every time I say that I'll get the best picture. Look at here. Look at the lips. Come on, girls. You would kiss those lips. Look at the nose. He must be Jewish. And then look at here. Now, Marie, I'll say Jewish, and now Maria will make a whole video. Mark was talking about Jewish people. It's like, why don't you worry about what I do, not what I talk about? I have lots of Jewish friends. I'm allowed to talk about them. It's like saying I have a black friend. I got lots of black friends. I like my black friends more than my white friends, practically. So I can say, I said it the other day. I was like, how white people love to say, oh, I have a black friend. It's like, it's become kind of a joke, but at the same time, I think most people are just proud. They're not like, it's not like, oh, I'm not racist. It's just that, I don't know. I think we've come a long way with racism and, to have, a black or, whatever color friend. We like that. Most white people. We'd rather be friends with you than another white person because, I don't know. There they are again. What is this one? Oh, this is, have you got there yet, Terry? This was, I sent that to Diesel. That was, this is Z Nation. They literally come across an insane clown posse crew. It is really funny. They rap and they sing and everything. I couldn't believe it when I saw that. If you're into the insane clown posse, which I'm not, but Diesel is. he does all the paintings and stuff like that. You guys happy Easter? The Dolphins have returned to Italy. Meanwhile, in Canada, Joel, welcome, Joel. That was a funny post, Joel, with the sign, like the craziest person that's ever lived in the town. I was laughing. Here you go. We got any Metallica fans? I was right behind. I was bullshit with him. Right, he's hopefully gonna come out with me. There's James Hetfield from the lead singer of Metallica. Look at the size of him. Look at the back on him. When I was standing behind him, I was like, holy shit. I was like, he's a big dude, man, James Hetfield. There he is getting coffee. He actually lives right out the door about a block away. So that's, believe it or not, that's James Hetfield, lead singer of Metallica. He lives in Vail. Totally cool dude. No one bothers him. Like, people that live in Vail don't even know who he is. And that they strategically pick those places. Like, if Rob Halford moves into the middle of LA, people will be waiting outside his door every day. Here, no one even looks at him. They have no idea who Rob Halford was. Hey, what about the Japan picture? That was pretty good. You can see him holding the staff right there. This is in Japan. Posted by by Jason Smith. No, actually by Tom. It was posted by Tom. I found a really good one, you guys. Watch this. This is out of Japan. There it is. I had to zoom way back, but it's pretty blatant. You see, here's their trick right here, and there he is. His body is there. It just goes that way. They always lean out. You guys, I've seen this with my own eyes. Oh, look at that. Look at the other one leaning out. I didn't see that before. It's not great, but there's one right there and there's one right there. That's two different ones. This is in Japan. He's like, we got to go to Japan. He's like, I'll take you. I was like, okay. So I think me and Tom, one of these years, I'm going to go to Japan and show you the sickest forest ever. Like, ever. They've never been looked at before. Oh, so let me show you this one real quick. Because I actually went to the cloud in the back right. So here's where oh, look at that face. Is that a face right there? How was there just a head? Like, I don't get it. This dude's got the whole thing going on. He's holding on to the staff. There's his hand. You can even see the hand. It's amazing. And then, remember, this is across the street. So that makes it pretty amazing. It looks to me like he's got little ones, you guys. Look at all the little ones. There's one there. There's one there. There's one there. And then look closely. There's one right there, right there, right there, right there. And then, is that a Bigfoot? I don't think so. We're the first ones in the world to figure this out. Remember, before, everything's a Bigfoot. If someone has a picture, it's a Bigfoot online. There is no such thing as anything else out there but Bigfoot. But think about how silly that is. Of course there's other things out there. Of course it's going to be complicated. I do want those Navajo Nation pictures, though. Can someone get my email? Because I want to see what the Navajo Nation looks like. I want to see what's going on there. Pretty cool right there. Awesome. Oh my goodness. Look right here, guys. Remember, here's the video. There's no tricking here. It's the name of the video. It even gives you, it doesn't give you the time, but you can see on the slide about where it is. I think it actually did give the time, but I cut the picture down. Look here, I just found this right now as I was looking. Watch this. Look right. Oh, sorry about that. Look right there. Hold on. This is all real. Okay. If you don't want to believe it, that's your problem. No one cares. People love to announce like that they're leaving or something. Like once in a while, it's like, okay, no, I don't think anyone cares. We feel bad for you, It's amazing. So yeah, poor Maria, poor Mason Exploring, and poor Long Island Bigfoot are now out of the Bigfoot game forever. It's just, from running their mouths. It's too bad. You never, ever talk bad about other people. Ever. You just don't. Now I can't see it. There's oh, there it is. Look at the face, you guys. Look right here. Look very carefully. He's in there. And look, here's their structure. Look right here. Look how it's bent over, comes down. Everything is bent. Look at this. What the hell is going on there? I didn't even see that. Look at all of their stuff. This is all theirs. I don't even think you can see most of that with your eyes when you're there. A lot of these things, believe it or not, you can't see. It's like they're tech. But I'm telling you, there's a face right there. You see it? Look at that. I just found that. That's real. Your face would look the same way if you were behind all this stuff. It's zooming on here. So that's why, to answer people's questions, why is it blurry? Because it's not, he's so out of the frame in a sense, it's crazy. You know, pictures, cameras and video cameras only focus on what's closest to them. Look at the X. So you don't have to wonder about all this because the language is right there confirming all of it. It's almost like driving by Atlantic City and it says, you can't see it really? Well, you can in that case, but let's say you couldn't see it. Unless the sign was there, you wouldn't know for sure. Like, I think I see a building, but I'm not sure. And then all of a sudden it says Atlantic City, 20 miles. Well, now you know for sure. And it's the same, it's a terrible analogy, but it's the same idea. He's like, I think there's a face. Mark, we think we see the Bigfoot. We think we see the cloud in the back. It doesn't matter what you think. Right there tells you it's 1,000% confirmed. That's what I've accomplished in this subject, is being able to confirm any picture by 1,000%. I never make a mistake, ever. I used to. Actually, me and Joel made one recently. But besides, that was a totally understandable one. But besides that, it's very, 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 very rare where I make a mistake because I only go by their language. You won't, if you don't see their language, you will not see them. That's my opinion. And if you did see them, they're not using it. There's one that's out. You know. Look at that. I'm just seeing. They're just popping out to me all over the place. What did I just see right there? This is advanced Sasquatch. It's how you can find them in your house. What you want to learn is this. Who cares about this dude? Anybody can find that. Let's learn how to find these guys. This is how they're doing it at your house. And you don't know it. And you'll swear, be like, I was out there. They're not out there. It's like, listen, man, I told you, common sense and logic. It's on the outside of that. And this is how they do it by you. You don't want to see the good. I mean, you want to look at the good ones for fun, but this is how you learn, understanding this cloud. That's how you learn. Look next to the cloud. What didn't any one of you see just now? I'm including the best of you. None of you saw this. You were all looking in the cloud. Look next to the cloud. You see this? None of that exists. It doesn't exist. It's not there. This is all on their side, inside that cloud. You can see them. I mean, you can see that there's an entire head there, a body, everything. There's a giant group of them back there. That's one of the ways that they're always, there's never a body found, never a mistake, because when this guy makes a mistake, there's 30 more to back it up, and you'll just be distracted and confused, and before you know it, it wasn't real and you're back in your car. That's how they do it. Let's see here. These guys are tough. I'm working on it. The only reason I'm working on this, because this isn't that fun for me. I'd rather just pretend like they don't exist. I'm working on this because of the coronavirus. I have, this is what I have in front of me. It's what's right across the street. It's hard because honestly, it's easy the other place. When I go up to these forests, it's easy for me. Everything happens to me. And what does that tell me? It's the beings. It could be slightly location, but on top of that, it's the types of beings I'm visiting. Some are very welcoming and others will just hide from you until you leave. I believe there's more going on. Here's the alien a little further back. I just took a picture of my monitor. I don't know, Valerie, maybe. I think there's a lot going on, a lot going on in this world. And I've been telling you guys for years that this is coming. I don't make this crap up. This is all coming. Good morning, Bigfoot Senior. Joel, anywhere you want to go. They don't do anything over there. Maybe they'll like you, though. That's the other trick, guys. People, if people changed, so do the things that happen out there. If they don't, they won't. Like I could go, like you could, one of you. Good morning, Chuck. Happy Easter. One of you could go to there where these guys do nothing to me, and the key would be one of you. It would be to keep sending someone there who they first decide for whatever reason that they like, and then they'll be like, psst. That's how it goes. You see this guy hiding over here? Look at that. I'm blown away by his eyes. Look right there. There's like circles. The only way I know that's legit is because it's like nothing I've ever seen is because of the circles involved. And then, of course, the confirmation next door, which is right there. Boom. They're right up there. I zoom in, look, he's got something going on with sticks here. His tech is just keeping him visible. If you look closely, it's the same thing as the portable X's I've been showing you. It has the little notches on it. This thing, you guys, it bends. You can just take it and bend it any way you want. It goes and it just stays. You guys we have that stuff, right? I've actually seen that. What about the one picture when he bends it around, makes an X? It's amazing. Age of Aquarius, the Age of Aquarius. What's that from? It's some freak movie I saw. The Age of Aquarius. That's Diesel, isn't that you, Diesel? Who's that? No, this is Jake. Look at that picture. He gets some good stuff. The big boys. See, this is my interest right here. But since I'm doing this for a lot of people, I have to, I want to do everything. I want to cover, I think it all matters. I want to cover, every aspect of this that I can, But soon, this crap's over because I'm going to see those big guys. It's really soon. In fact, I already have a spot I think I can get into. See how they bend the X? Here's a great example. So what you could barely see in the last picture was this. And they'll actually bend the X around. That's portable. You'll never see it with your eyes, but you'll see it in your pictures over and over and over again. Again, like they say in Canada. Over and over again. Portable X. Here's how they do it. Right there. Joe, I love you so much. That's how they do it. Yes, I am gay, if you guys didn't know. Right there. I'm not gay. I just want to give Maria another video to do. Mark says he's gay. He said he was gay. That's it. We're going to do a whole video. Instead of going out to do big, we'll do a video on Mark. How about that? And make complete fools out of ourselves. I don't know about this picture. I really don't know about this. Have you guys, who has seen this picture? I'm sure a few of you have seen it. It's a little old to Photoshop. I don't know anything about Photoshopping. I really don't. So it's hard for me to recognize Photoshopping. Can I show you something? Whoa, that's loud. Can I show you something really interesting that I noticed about this? Joel, watch this. Joe, thank you. By the way, Joe, thank you so much. I need that. I really do need the help because my YouTube revenue is the lowest it's ever been in 4 years. It's absolutely ridiculous. It's a point where I barely am going to do YouTube anymore. The only reason I've ever stayed on YouTube, well, I don't want to lose my friends on there, but it's also because of, it gives me a paycheck. It's not about money, but there's a lot to deal with when you have a YouTube channel. And that's why people don't do bigger YouTube channels for free, because there's no point in doing it. There's too much stress involved for free. You don't get paid for what you do. You just get paid for simply being on YouTube. Because now, I don't know, this could just be some kind of a freak thing, but it's kind of strange that there seems to be a face on the dead Bigfoot. So Joe Stanley, thank you. I really appreciate that. Because it's a tough time. I'm not just worried about myself. I'm worried about, well, that's why I don't believe this. I'm sorry, but I have trouble believing this. As legit as, I'm not saying it's not true, but as legit as this is, how did they get him without getting their head ripped off by, 30 more? It doesn't make any sense to me. Something's going on here. Knowing humans, this is probably some kind of a hoax. Now, I don't know. I believe it and I don't believe it. But look, how is there a face right there? That's part of the Bigfoot. One of his others is still with him. I don't know. It almost looks like there might be a second one behind. So I don't know. Let's not read too much into it. None of it makes sense. You know, because of the guys I know, you could never do that to them. You could never do that. They would never allow it to happen. And I guess there's exceptions to every rule, but I don't know. So I buy the picture, but I don't buy that it's possible that is real based on what I've seen with these guys. There's just no way to do that. They would execute you before you got out. So some of these pictures, yeah, there are a little blurry, but look at the size of that dude behind him. Look at the size of him. You guys, look, this is his body. That's one of my 13, like 12 or 13 footers right there. I have ones out there that are 17 feet tall in Bigfoot universe. Just ask Keith McDonough. He doesn't even care about the Bigfoots. He's been watching the one that's 17 foot tall for 5 years. What else did I want to show you? That one was pretty good. I zoomed there yesterday. He was not there. I zoomed right there. He's not there. What else? I got a bunch of footage. I took some video yesterday. I don't know if it's worth watching or not. No idea how this got on my computer. Stupid, whatever it is. I can't. The fact that they do that makes me really mad. Remember, I don't have it's in the progress, but I'm on my old PC. And when I took my new PC, I took all of the info off of this. So this is just work I've been doing the last week or so. Since the PC broke. And the part is ordered. It's being sent to a friend in Mississippi. He's the guy that built the PC, and he's gonna. There's something in this picture too. I put this on my last video. This is over by that last picture I just sent you. There's one right there. It's too hard to show. I don't really see. I do see a face there, I think. Ooh, right there. See, remember, it's outside your logic. You're not supposed to be able to easily find them, and then that's when people will deny it. You know, they can't understand that they're dumb, and these guys are smarter than you. At least as far as walking out there goes. When it comes to this earth, look, guys, there's no way to fake this. There's the eye, the brow, the nose. I know, I think I do too, Andrew. When it comes to this earth, they're the masters. When it comes to being idiots, we're the masters. Look, I got Burger King the other day. I sent it to Neil. I'm like, look, I got $8. It's not bad up here. I was so hungry. I got a Capri Sun. Look, hand sanitizer, Capri Sun, and an $8 big breakfast at or whatever it is at Burger King. Not too bad for $8. It wasn't too bad. What else we got? That's about it. I got a bunch of stuff, but it's hard over there. The fact that I have what I have already. Here's the kill. So this kill is when I filmed them all, and that with the one with the cloud and everything, that they're all around the kill. And I said, it's interesting. Doesn't look like anything was moved, but the head was gone. And I noticed they love the skulls. They'll take the skulls and put them like on their seats and stuff like that. Does everyone want to pee? Not like if you left, you'd miss anything. Oh, here, this one was really good too. Oh, this. Okay, so here we got Scotland. Look at them. Look at them. I said my reply to this was I've heard of two-paper rolling, like I've heard of two-paper joints, but this is ridiculous. Look, it looks like he's smoking the biggest joint of all time. When really he's just using it so you can't see him. Doesn't it look like it? Look. I thought my joke was funny. Anyway, it's a little blurry. That's out of Scotland. Right there. It's funny, if you say pizza, then you want to eat pizza. If you say I have to pee, then everyone has to pee. It's two things that are like, if someone yawns, they say it's contagious. I think he's smoking a 50 paper blunt. I'm not kidding. Look at that. This is Colin in Scotland. He gets them great, man. Look at them all. Piles of them. Look at the mouth over here. There's a face there. Remember, they're tricking us. So one of these days, we'll be allowed in there to film this, you guys. One of these days, I'll sit with them and film out. It's coming. We have to get... There's these stages for some stupid reason. You punch him. That we have to accomplish to get to this. You have to, for some reason, have to figure it all out on our own. And one day we'll get to the top. It's like playing one of those one of those games, like, oh, you ever see The Price is Right? Oh, and you finally have to get to the top with the miner. And when you finally get to the top with the miner, amazing things can happen. See here how they have all their magic. Look, there's no way these things are just going like this. You can even see they're almost transparent. Technology. They all have tech. Yeah, it's baby steps. It's kind of annoying me, but I'm also very thankful for it because that's the problem with the world is patience. I don't have any. I'm right with the rest of the world, but I'm learning to have it in this. There is no other way. I'm too deep now. Like, oh, it's going to take this long. All right, forget it. I quit. That's what most people do. There's a lot of guys and girls that have stopped completely aware, but know that it's going to take way more work, to really get closer, to get into some secret situation that you might not be able to bring back on a camera. This one, we got to look at this one. So here's a really interesting other. This is a picture of Michael and Carlo. Oh, look at that one. There's more in there. So here's across the street. Here's what lives across the street, you guys, right here. You see him? I'll show you you'll believe it when you see his face. He's using tricks. I also see there's one right there. It looks like a birdhouse. Look, he looks like a birdhouse. He's hiding so well. These are my guys right across the street. I don't know. Someone said, are these the guys that tap on your trailer or come to the ranch? I'm like, I have to be honest. I don't know. I swear, I don't even have a hint on who that is, but you can see his face. Watch. This is legit, you guys. It's very hard to get a picture like that of the others. And I'm getting, after just 3 or 4 days, hours and hours of standing there, it's starting to happen. Because I've been explaining to them, hoping that they're understanding me, because I don't know if they do. I'm assuming someone does, or it transfers via telepathy. Look at the X behind him, guys. That's amazing. It even looks like it has some kind of joint fitting. There he is. That's not a Bigfoot. But he does have hair. This is all hair. So it could be some form of Bigfoot. But the amazing thing is, you guys look at his fur. I mean, it comes all the way through. This is his arm. It comes all the way through, and he's holding on. There's another one right there. I'm just seeing it now. They're right there. I'm going to go see these guys today. Today or tomorrow. I'm going to go over there. I'm not letting up with them. There's another one there. They're all the others. Where is he? He's hiding so well. You see him in there? It looks better to me. Sorry, I can't see the chat, and I have to pee really bad. Remember I did a whole live video. I drank 4 coffees, and I never peed the whole time. Ever since Andrew said it, I've had to go pee-pees. It's not something you want to announce to people, but unfortunately, it's something we all do. This is Japan as well. Japan forest is amazing to me. There's something in there. Let's do a 60-second intermission. Look at the little dude. This is across the street. Look how little, you guys. He's 8 inches tall. Look at him right there. Look how his feet. You could see his feet. I think that's it. It looks like he has 4 legs. That or there's more than one together. You see him? Carlos, I think. Look at that. That's what's across the street, you guys. I know it, but I can't really tell you in the videos because I got to get one on camera or you're going to think I'm crazy. Because I'll get a message. I'll say like little people. And then it just was one person. But one time he said, did you just say little people? ? Unsubscribed. You see how dumb people are? Like, why would it be so hard for you to believe? Except that you're brainwashed. This is what's across the street, guys. That's why I can't get near the big trees. That you can't see them. He just steps away. You'll never see him it's impossible to see him until he makes a mistake. That you can see them, believe me. You could hold him in your hand. They're all real and they're all physical. Yeah, it's like Indian, exactly. Indian in the cupboard. It's all real, but I try not to talk, just because of that one guy. I have a complex over saying little people because people don't understand it. You see the aqua. You'll see the colors a lot where they'll turn because the people will send me, Mark, I have a green one. I'll be like, yeah. They're like, is this the first time? I'm like, not even close. We get aqua green, aqua blue all the time. I don't know if that's their color. I think it's their magic reflecting light or something like that. It could be. Now, do we have to question this? Why don't we question this again? Diesel, why don't we question this? It's like we're in like a first grade classroom because of this. You see this? You cannot see this. This does not exist in those woods across the street, except on their side. They bend the stuff that we're seeing into position, and then they connect their tech to it. That's how it's done. I figured that out. But instead of someone making a video to compliment me, they make a video saying I was talking about lesbians. It's so funny. Even lesbians thinks it's funny. I have like 20 lesbians. They all message me. Not all of them, but 3 or 4 of them. Like, Mark, are they kidding? Like, if they had any idea how well we knew each other, I was like, I know. I go, let them talk. They're only killing themselves. That's all they're doing is running themselves into the ground. It's all anyone does. When you're mean to other people, people don't like that. They really don't. People can't stand hearing someone, especially when they're lying, because they're, for whatever reason, they really get upset about it. And I don't think Maria realizes how hurt she is now. Like, the reputation she has is horrible. Like, it's terrible. So Maria, you effed up big time. Which is just a shocker to me when I've been nothing but a good friend. You must feel horrible. Like, I just feel really, really bad for you guys. It's such a shame. We could have just been all best friends in this forever. Diesel, you did that one. Remember the side rock that was cut and he lightened it. That was pretty cool. There's a lesson in that, It's not just in Bigfoot, it's in anything. Don't attack others. How do we not know this by now? I don't know. I didn't see any of it. I have no idea what they said, or I just heard from other people. You think I would actually go to her video and click on her? I would never, ever. It's the most boring mumbo jumbo you've ever seen in your life. And then they get desperate, and that's when they start to attack other people because they can't get material on their own. All right, let's see here. The only reason they ever had anyone is because they were on my chat. And I'd promote them, be like, hey, go check out them. Go check out this person. Maria, I'm trying to speed up my live video. She'd be like, hurry up on your live video so I can do one. And people would get so upset. They're like, why is she on your live video asking you to hurry up? I was like, I have no idea. It's like she already was already getting a bad rap. I don't know, you guys. I don't know how people turn bad. They justify themselves. She'll justify herself to herself, and him too. It's a him and her that somehow have gotten in cahoots. They guess they both have drug problems. I don't know. Let's not talk bad. I just needed to address that. I'm not bashing other people. I'm addressing someone else that attacked. That's all. It's a cool face. Oh yeah, they'll get nowhere in this ever. They never have, and they never will. Let's see here. Someone sent me a picture of marijuana. You guys don't want to see that. I still love this from Susan. This is at Lake Tahoe. Any of you California people want to see that? That's the most amazing rock face I've ever seen. Is right there. And then, not to mention that, they're watching her look at it. He's right there. I don't think Susan knew that. They're extremely cloaked because that's how they do it in California. It's very tough to get a sighting in California. It could be because of Patty or something. I don't know why they tighten the rules so much. Me too. I love the rocks. I never thought I would love rocks so much. It's amazing to find a rock like that. I think this is Colin. Yeah. This is here again. We have here's where they're literally becoming part of the landscape. And there's one right there as well. This is Ireland. That's my favorite thing is to be able to look at other people. My favorite thing about this, right at the top with going out there, is to have someone in another country send me solely pictures, even after I encourage them because it's so good. Like, hey, I want to make sure that you're okay. Like, do you want to start your own YouTube channel? I'll help you. I'll do anything. And they're like, no, this is all for you. For you guys, for Colorado Bigfoot, which is you guys too. He's very content just showing the stuff there. Same with Alessandro. I got a good picture from Alessandro. Where is it? You guys want to see what Alessandro's doing in Italy during the coronavirus? Where'd he go? I just saved it. I guess I didn't save it. Let's see something here. Oh, Alessandro's on here. He always tells me. He's like, look, he's like online with you now live. I love seeing the pictures of the water. And then, of course, Italy. So there's Alessandro. He doesn't like his face being shown, but right now I'm going to defy Alessandro's wishes because look, I mean, he's a good looking dude. He's a badass, man. He goes all by himself into the Italy Ocean where we know there's monsters. Tell me there's not a monster out there. Go up there swim out there by yourself at 100 feet and tell me you don't feel like a monster's out there. I've always done that. He's got the master flippers. Look at this, the real long one, so he can dive. And then of course he goes out of there and finds Bigfoot. That's pretty cool. Alessandro, we love you. Happy Easter. You're awesome. I also noticed the rock he was standing on was interesting. Not that it has anything to do with anything, except that it was just, the water over time made it really it was almost like it was cut. So it was an interesting choice of rocks to stand on. Did he send you a nice message? Yeah, he's nothing but a sweetheart guy. He loves all of you. He really does. He truly only sends us stuff for Colorado Bigfoot. He's amazing. And that's one of the privileges I have of being me, is that I get to, there's not much to brag about. I live alone and I suffer on a daily basis. And, but to have the attention of people in other countries is an amazing thing. No. Let's see. The reason you're probably like, why is Mark watching these videos? Because I love you get hooked on him because this is a friend of mine. Oh, this isn't his. It's my other buddy's KM. He's right here. He got me listening to him. My buddy KM Music. He's got 2 million subs now. I knew him when he had 10,000. This is what happens to any channel. Once you get over a certain, it doesn't matter what your channel is. You just gather subs. And when you're censored, you gather nothing. He does. If you guys like music, he does a great job with the editing. He really does. I'll get copyrighted. So check him out. He's pretty good. I don't watch all the time, but when I was kind of out of it this morning, I just cranked up the tunes to get so I could just speak a little bit. Look at these dorks. Dorks. Right there. Dork 1 and Dork 2. I'm kidding. I'm teasing them. These two will be here in July. Right here. Right there. So I literally love these two. I care about Brandon very much. He's a good friend of mine, and there's Lori. So they'll be here. Depending what happens with the coronavirus, but so far so good. I think they're coming in July, and we're going to do some amazing things. Happy Easter. I'll go back to you guys, see what you guys are doing. If you're wondering, this is where I used to work. It's a really cool jacket. Did I steal it? They owed me. No, I didn't steal it. I just oh look, I'm trying to remember who sent me this shirt. It went blank to me. I don't know if it was Judy or Cindy. I can't remember who sent this to me for Christmas. Look, I have my Christmas shirt on. Who sent that to me? It's so cool. I forgot. This is the first time I've worn it. I don't know if he's still here or not, but when I got on, he messaged me. I'm sorry I'm missing some of the messages. Yeah, someone I know really well. I'm not gonna lie, I just completely forgot exactly who sent it. I think it might have been Judy. I can't remember. Judy or Cindy. It's not that I forget, but it has been months since Christmas, and it's just been sitting there. And then one day I just forgot who sent it to me. So I apologize about that. It's hard to remember every little detail, especially when you don't have a good memory, like me. I have a good memory. I just butchered myself. I have a good memory. If I remember, like if it's worth remembering. If it's just like for every little detail, I don't remember too well. Let's see what else. Remember, I'm not going to stay on this video. It's been an hour. I'm going to get off of here by the 2 hour mark. But I want to ask you guys some questions, and of course, if you have anything you want to ask me, feel free. I do need to tinkle. That's what my me mom used to say. She's like, "Do you have to tinkle?" I'd be like, "What?" Even at 8 years old, I was like, "Excuse me." She's like, "Go to the bathroom." I was like, "Oh." So I even said it to my kids. I'm like, "Do you have to go?" Like, especially like it's more of a girl word. So you say it to like if you have like 3-year-old girls, like, "Do you have to tinkle?" You don't go to your little daughters and be like, "Hey, you got to take a piss." So tinkle seemed to work. Tinkle. Yeah. My son was the kind of kid. I don't know if any of you guys had kids like that, where it didn't matter what kind of upbringing. My son was going to be him no matter what. He could have been born in a crack house. He was just going to be raised. He was just going to be himself. There was no molding him. He was the kind of kid that had this strong constitution. So I don't know if any of you have that kind of kid where it doesn't matter what you do, he's him. You can punish him. You can do anything. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what you do. He's going to be Tyler, no matter what. He's doing good though. I'm proud of him. He's about to give me another grandchild in May. I'm supposed to be in Virginia in May, but I don't think I'm going to go because of the coronavirus. So maybe I'll go in June to Virginia. Yeah, I think 2 hours is a good time instead of sitting here for 6 hours. Then I get criticized. People attack me and make videos about me because I talk about lesbians. It's insanity. The funny thing is, they're talking about it, but they don't realize that I have lesbian friends. Like, not just some chick I know that's a lesbian, but like that are involved in the subject. I'm not going to mention any names because most people don't even know that she is, and a lot of you know them, and it's. They just laugh at that. They think it's so funny. Lesbians are not as sensitive as most people make them out to be. Like, same with gay guys. Like, they're all pretty cool. You're thinking about the extreme ones, the ones that freak out about everything. Well, we have that in every subject. But most people are really cool about that stuff these days. They just laugh. Like, if you say something about a lesbian, like they don't take it personally at all. They could care less. I didn't even say anything about him. I just said I was quoting the Bible that I just said originally, it was meant to be man and woman. God did not intend for two of the same people to love each other. It's very clear, okay, that it was man and women were made to be together, and then our brains have been effed up, over time. And then it's people that have decided that it's okay. Okay, the Bible is clearly written that, and we have decided what is okay to alter it. What is okay not to, it's all about discrimination, stuff like that. You are the ones that have made it okay. Okay, it has never been okay. If you believe in God, it's never been okay. Now, am I saying it's not? No, I simply was just telling you what the Bible said. I don't care. I love everybody. I don't care if you have sex with goats. If I like you, I mean, who am I to judge? I mean, I might have a little talk to you about the goats, but besides that, I'm cool. I love everybody. I don't care. That's between you and God, not me. Who am I to judge? I was simply stating what the Bible says. There's no room for changing the Bible, and we've all done it. I'm guilty of it too. Oh, God doesn't mind. He likes me. I can just do this. It's fine. That's all wrong. I'm going to talk about it a little bit because it's Easter Sunday. We're going to have a little sermon. You don't, because it's 2020 and so many other people do it, you think it's okay. I'm not even talking about lesbians. I'm just talking about any sin. It doesn't matter what it is. You've decided that it's okay to have sex before marriage. You've decided that it's okay to do this and okay to do that because he does it, because your friends, all my friends do. So if they're going to hell, at least they'll be there too. It's not like that. It's not like you just end up in a room with all your friends and you get to frolic in hell together because you committed the same sin. These rules are never changed. God doesn't just to change with time. He gave you a set of rules and you live by them. And if you don't believe in God, you're even dumber than I thought. Like, you don't have to be religious or like even practice it, but in the back of your head somewhere, if you believe this earth got here by accident, you're crazy. Is God here watching everything? No, I don't believe that. I'm one of those Christians. It's like, I think that we're more detached than church would have you believe. God gave humans free will. That's why he's not saving your baby with cancer. That's why, this is all meant to just happen on its own. God's way up there by Pluto somewhere. He's like, oh yeah, I heard there was a coronavirus. You don't care. It's all part of being a human being. I think there is miracles, and I think especially in numbers. So if a lot of people are praying about the same thing, you'd be surprised the control we would have. If you could get the whole entire earth to have the same thought at the same time, it would happen. That's what I truly believe. That we are all connected to each other, and if all 6 billion people or whatever it is thought the same thing exactly the same time, we can make anything happen. There's a whole unseen universe here, and we're all connected to energy. But they had to disconnect us. Why? Because we're idiots. In every single one of us, including me, you're looking at the biggest one. We are not ready to be attached to anything. You can't even tell people that about a new common cold, and they'll all have heart attacks. People are too selfish. They're too worried about themselves, which is a trait that drives me crazy, because I'm not. I've been called, some guy on the last chat called me a narcissist. I was like, what? Because I wasn't mad at him, because I could see how that, if you don't know me, like, you have to know me, and then you'll understand, like, because sometimes I could seem that way, because he probably signed on. I'm like, I have the best shit. I have so many pictures. Blah, blah. Like, he's seeing me at the wrong time. But anything but that. I care more about other people than myself. Big time. I don't even care what happens to me. I could care less as long as my family's happy, my kids are happy, you guys are happy. I'm happy. That's how I've always been, especially since I've been doing this. I just care about other people. And that's why I'm actually worried about this. I'm worried about the economy and people losing their jobs. No, I mean, Jesus didn't say anything bad about gay people. I'm not even trying to say something bad. I was just using that as an example of one of the rules. That's all. I don't think God bashed anybody, really. I mean, and I just did it to piss them off. That's all. Because I could have used sex before marriage as an example. Which every one of you is guilty of. Bad, 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 bad. We've all done it. But you've also probably witnessed someone in your life at some point that did wait until they were married to have sex, and those are the happiest people. That they'll have a marriage forever. Where you'll get divorced because she'll get pissed and she has 50 other dudes waiting for her. All this stuff was structured to keep you in love, to keep you together. Nowadays, it's like, okay, forget it. She's on Match.com. There's like 700 dudes begging her to have sex with them. You know what I mean? So that's one of the online hasn't helped relationships at all, especially if you're a woman these days. Because women can have 100 guys to guy can't even talk to a girl. Meanwhile, the girl's got 100 guys begging. That's I've never been online. I'm not doing online anything because it's just a waste of time. Even if you meet a girl, she's been talking to 200 other dudes. It's just, and then they get addicted to the. Most of the girls on dating sites aren't even there to get a date. They're there because they get addicted to the attention. It's the one channel where they can actually get constant attention from dudes. Oh, and compliments. Oh, you're so beautiful. Guys will say anything to get laid. Anything. They will. Oh, this guy's so different. She's talking to her friend. He's so special. He's sensitive. I'm like, are you kidding me? The guy's a master. He knows exactly what to say to you. Not Merry Christmas. Happy Easter next chapter. Terry, happy Easter. Terry, what season are you on in Z Nation? Now, I'm not being opinionated either, by the way, guys. You have to remember, some of the things I say are just, it's not my opinion. It's just the truth. It's the Bible. I'm not suggesting that you should do any of these things. That's up to you. Who am I? I'm just as guilty as anybody else. I'm a lesbian. I'm going to admit it. I'm a lesbian. I mean, look, it is what it is. I think if you're, let's use lesbians as an example. So we have two guys have a different view of that. Okay, you're like, oh, lesbians, yeah, like they just think they're having sex and it's a big cocaine party. It's not like that. There's two girls that love each other, like literally are in love, have a great life. They both work hard. They've done nothing but good to other people. And this was their one thing. Do they go to hell? It's like, I don't think so. I really don't. I think, we're all allowed a little bit, right? We're all forgiven. And I think as long as your heart was good, as long as you treated other people good, and you always did great besides that one thing, why would, yeah, you might get a little talking to, but will that send you to a burning pot of lava? I don't think so. So I just think that you basically have to be a good person, and you can do, there's room for errors as far as God goes. Now, the reason I mentioned lesbians because it's much easier for me to deal with than two dudes. I'm not even going there with the guys. It's not so offensive for some reason. It's two guys. I don't know. Sorry, gay guys. I have gay guy friends too. I like gay guys. Like gay guys like to hang out with the right ones. Because how I have gay friends was through Jen, my ex-girlfriend. She had this incredible network of people because of her job, and I used to hang out. She'd be like, "He's gay." I'd be like, "Okay." Like I don't know why you have to announce that before he shows up. Totally the coolest guy I've ever hung out with in my life. He had no attraction to me. Was not like that. They lose this little guard that most men have, and we had a great time together. What's up, Mid-South? How are you? Hope all is well. We did a bunch of pictures, and now I'm just chilling for Easter, and I'm gonna get off it, and I am getting off at 2 hours. I've said this for the last 2 months, and I end up saying for 8 hours. So I am turning it off at 2 hours. Mike, that sounds like a personal problem. We won't go there. I'm teasing. That's good. That's also hard because you wonder, my face is getting red because it's getting hot. Training. I woke up to snow. I couldn't believe it. Look, I'll show you. Without even going outside, I can show you my snow picture. Oh, I thought I could show it to you. There we go. This is what it was this morning here. It was 65. I was out with Bigfoot yesterday. Like not even across the street. I went up and out, up to where that language is. Oh, you guys, you got to hear that. I could play it now if I could find it, but I was looking at the language. Who remembers the language on the tree I filmed the other day, right? That they're clearly there's a structure drawn, and there's some kind of box with a language inside. And a couple of people have deciphered the language. Anyway, I drove by there. I stopped by the language again because it's just a great place to slow down on your truck. And I'm sitting there, right? And then all of a sudden, I'm getting crazy wood knocks. I haven't seen the video yet. I wonder if that's worth playing before we get off. Oh, I didn't upload it yet. That's why. Okay, so it's still on my camera. We'll have to see what that looks like. So yeah, I'm at the language and I'm getting these crazy noises right behind the language, and it kept going more and more. There was no wind or anything. You guys will have to bear with me for 1 second. I'll be right back. Look at that dude with the staff. Look at this guy. I don't know why the picture came out so small. See him holding the staff? That's how they fool you. See, regular people have never, and once in a billion years, have they actually thought that they have help. That's why no one believes in Bigfoot, because they just think it's something out there that there's no way it could have like technology or any kind of tech. You guys, this is all of their tech right here. You see this? This draping stuff, and it comes up to a triangle, and then it comes down right to his hands. You see that? Look at his head, his shoulders. Head, shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes. I'll be right back. Head, shoulders, knees and toes. Oh boy. You guys, it's snowing outside. I can't believe it. It's just like flurries, but give me 1 second. I gotta go pee. Hey, sorry about that, guys. Believe me, I don't like leaving you guys. I just have no choice. I have mini. I have mini Jimmy Deans, and none of you get any. They're mine, and I'm eating them. Has anybody ever seen the mini ones? Have you seen the mini Jimmy Deans? Carlos Santana is here. Yay, Carlos. Happy Easter, Carlos. Thank you for all your hard work. I showed a bunch of your pictures earlier. Well, I was showing the one that you and Michael found. You guys both, I mean, two of the top guys that do this for me, both got the same timestamp, and that was amazing. And that was this. Where's that one? Let's say that one more time because it's that good. We never really went over it. What's up, Jimmy Johnson? How are you? Jimmy J knows I always remember him because of his name. Head, shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes. Head, shoulders, knees. Yes, I'm going insane. Head, shoulders, knees and toes. I admit it. You can make a video about that. Colorado Bigfoot has finally lost it. I'll watch that video. That'll be funny. Just don't make up shit like I'm talking about lesbians. You can make a video saying Colorado Bigfoot's finally insane. That's fine. I'll laugh at that. I'll go on there and promote it for you. But as far as just being an idiot, you're all idiot, like Mason exploring, total loser. And now she's lost all of my subs, which is because you're a liar. No one wants to hear someone lying. Love you, Carlos. You're awesome. If Mark in concert, that would be. Look at the star structure right there. It's so blatant. Look, see all the others behind it, all the little ones. Here's the master of the. You can literally see his face, pretty well. He's trying to hide it, but because I think, they feel awkward at times, especially because here I'm only 10 feet away, not even, and they feel like you could, even when you're invisible, it doesn't feel like it to them, and a lot of times they're kind of freaking out a little bit, like how he doesn't see us, but it feels like he can see us. So yeah, good job, you guys. Did you see that one, Carlos? He was like in there. I found him when I was looking at the. So this is you guys right here. This bush is 300 yards now, about 400 yards from here, maybe 500 yards from right here. That's where that dude lives. I'll go over there. I think I'm gonna go in the snow. Yeah, she's diabolical, man. She's only out like, and then she was like, oh, I'm gonna quit because I'm holding your hand. I'm helping her get subs. I promoted one of her pictures. I did everything one person could do. Remember, no one else in this subject does anything for other researchers, where I do everything I can for every single one of them, without even question. And is it bragging? No, but I got to explain because. And she'd be like, oh, no one watches anything I do, I'm quitting. I'm like, what? Don't quit. I'm encouraging her. I'm like, no, don't do that, and blah blah blah. And I was like, you got to be normal, man. You got to be not normal, but you can't attack other people and lie about it. Mark, were the circular struct? I don't understand that, Carlos. No habla no, actually no habla English, I guess, apparently, because you just spoke English. I don't want to say names anymore. I'm not out to ruin her, but she did it to herself, unfortunately. And then the other guy didn't even have, he was dead in the water before he started. So I was just trying to be nice. Um, let's go here. Yeah, I love that. The colored ones are amazing. You'll see the colored ones. I've been getting them from all kinds of people. I don't know if it's color or it's their magic reflecting light. I don't know, but we do see this color now for years in certain pictures. Whose is that? Ryan, that almost looks like your forest. Wait, let me show that. Let me show Ryan's picture. He's like, he wanted me to watch a video, and I'm like, before he even starts talking, he's standing right at one of their X's with a blind. That's not it. It was pretty interesting. I could have sworn I screenshotted it. Let me see something. Ryan, if you're still there, let me see if I have your picture. I think this was it right here. Yeah. He starts the video. You can't see them very well, but you can see them. There's one right there. There's one there. There's one there. These are like real Bigfoots. There's no others. They're just Bigfoots. And he just, I don't even think he realized it because they're probably zapping him or whatever. And I'm like, dude, they're right there. There's a face right at the X. It's like an X type of a blind. You see how you can't see in at all? They're all right there. He's got a really pretty forest. That's our uncloaked or unseen world, who's on the chat a lot here. And then I got this guy. I thought someone would make this guy better. I have a picture from my monitor, so it's got all the lines. Again, this is right across the street. This guy, I'm becoming friends with this dude right here. Hold on. I'm gonna try to leave a. Whose rock do I have again? Who's it? Nancy or is it Cindy's? Whose rocks are my center console? I was thinking about leaving that rock for them. Hey Scott, happy Easter. Thank you so much. I want to get rid of these lines because he was so blatantly right there. I knew it. You'll know even in the video. I'm like, you guys in there? Like, and then he's right there. And then I'm like around the thing for like 15 minutes. It's why I know they didn't zap me. I didn't get any noises. I didn't get nothing. Like these dudes, the Bigfoots, make me do something, or they won't want me that close to their special spot. I don't think these guys can do that. Shoulders, knees, and toes. Hey Rita, how are you? Happy Easter. This dude was cool too. Right across the street. You can't make up these pictures. This is all real. There's people that believe the pictures. They don't know that I have the video. They're like, Mark, that would be the best picture I've ever seen if it was real. And then I explain that it's from a video. And he's like, really? I'm like, yeah, you can go watch the video. And it's happened many times now. And the guy's like, he goes, I stand corrected. I paused. I said, you're going to see an idiot walk around with a camera. And then you'll just pause it. And there it is. And that's how they believe, because they see it's me. It's just some guy with a camera, basically. Would you say Northern? Oh, okay. If someone could put my email address in, that would be amazing. Happy Easter, Jimmy. Gail, is Gail on? Gail, if you could put my email, the Gmail, so Colorado Bigfoot2@gmail.com. But it might be easier to see it. I can't really type in. If one of you guys could type that in for Northern Michigan, that would be great. Head, shoulders, knees, and toes. Hold on, let me take a hit of my vape so you guys can't see me. So I can pretend like I don't do it. Mutt, have a great day. Happy Easter. Go love on your family. Thank you, Gail. That's it. There it is, Northern. So we got 20 minutes left. Let's you can see my snowy morning. You saw Rob. There's whoever missed it, there's the lead singer of Metallica, James Hetfield, at the deli in Vale. He lives right out that door over here. He lives in Vale Village. It's the craziest thing. The lead singer of Metallica lives in Vale Village. I have a direct connection right to him. Look at the size of him. He's such a big dude. I never knew James Hetfield was such a big guy. Like a shit-kicking big dude. Like back in the day, he was a skinny little drug addict, alcoholic. And now he's straight. He's this big dude. Here's I was doing UFO stuff that you won't see. It's just because I put it there and it stays. I didn't check these shit. What I do is I take the slide. And then you can look for UFOs, but I didn't see any. You will see some flashes here and there, but they're bugs. Like that. You see that? It only comes up sometimes. I didn't get any blatant UFOs. So if it's blatant, you can see it doing that. The birds usually won't show up on that. There's another one. Let's check that one real quick. This is 15 minutes long. Snow's starting to melt outside. I can hear it dripping off the barn. What about this picture? This was really good, you guys. This is from Ireland. This is Colin. Look at that. He filmed this right above like where he was. It's like looks like a space. I mean, it looks like a landing capsule from the. And they're spraying like unbelievable. Oh, wait till you see the spraying I filmed yesterday. I literally proved it beyond a reasonable doubt. I filmed him spraying, and I filmed it going into a cloud system over an hour. It's amazing. There's no one that can deny that the spraying is real. It's all real when they spray our skies. I'm not getting into it, but it's all real. I'm too busy with this subject. But I did do. This was a great picture. If you watch my last video, it's amazing to stop the video because there's no blur whatsoever. And of course, what is he behind? A maid blind. They're always behind. So I was surprised that someone that knew me was like, "What is that?" I'm like, "You don't know what that is yet." It's first of all, it's an X, and then it's just a blind. It's like a hunting blind, and he's behind it, and that's how he stays invisible to my eyes. Yet the camera saw him clear as day. I don't think he was invisible to my eyes. If you watch the original video, he is clear as day, just right there. He's clear as day. Gail, you got that good. Carlos, you got that good. Andrew, you did some great pictures of that. Andrew got that one pretty clear for me. Yeah, they're spraying. I mean, very well may be where the coronavirus is. I mean, I documented it at 1,000%. There's no court in the nation that can argue with my documentation on the spraying. Now, do I care? Yeah, of course, but I can't get myself involved in it because I'll go crazy. Jackie, you're awesome. Yeah, that is funny. I was yeah, that's why I'm pretending I'm showing you pictures. I mean, I am showing them to you, but I'm still pretending because that way I can have a vape without looking like a complete loser. Hold on a second. I quit completely, but the tinnitus brought it back. I got to stop it again. I don't want to keep vaping. I want to stop it. I'm not doing it a lot, but see them sitting back there? I found this. This was in Australia. It's very hard to see them, but they're actually just sitting. You see the knees? Uh-oh, here we go again. Head, look. Head, shoulders, knees, and toes. Knees and toes. Look, you can see his whole body. You can even see his face. Is it faint? Yeah, because he's way behind. They're way back there, and they're just sitting there. Look at the one behind him. The guy that took the picture, I don't even think saw them. Roke didn't even see them. This is out of Australia. Now, there's better pictures in the front, so you know that's legit. You see him sitting there? It even looks like he has like black little gloves on. He has a black hat. I think they have like coronavirus suits on. That was a good picture out of Australia by Roach. Of course, they're in here too. They're everywhere. He's been getting up close and personal with these beings. And again, he films just for us. Only for us. So you can go to Energy Overload and see Roach's videos. And pray for him. His wife has cancer. He loves his family very much, and they love him. You got to see the videos his cute little daughter does and all that. Really sad, especially when you have this family that loves each other so much. It's such a rare thing to see these days. You feel extra bad, when someone has cancer, Shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes. Nice boobs. I'm kidding. What is this? MASH. How do I have this? Huh. I don't know how I have an entire video that I've never seen before.
Are you speaking to me? What's taking you so long? In this camp, cleanliness is next to impossible.
You just have to kill the germs. You don't have to hang around to the funeral.
Alan Alda, he used to live in Jersey, not too far from me. Or he had a place there on Lake Mohawk or Lake something. He had a place in Jersey. This dude didn't waste any time putting the X right in front of his face. Hold on, I gotta get my Jimmy Deans. All right, 15 more minutes. What's going on in your neck of the woods? Anyone have any news? You got any questions? Oh, Matt, I get it. Mash the crow. I get it. Okay. I'm slow. Sometimes I'm slow. Sometimes I'm witty, but other times. Okay, well, I'll check them out. Did you send me on email or where are they? If anyone has anything they would love to show on the live video, I'm happy to do that too. You can message me if you can messenger me, then I can show it live right now. So if anyone wants to on Instagram, look up. Yeah, Instagram I'm not that good at. I mean, I'll go there if someone asks me, but I just barely even look at Instagram. It's so boring in there. Facebook is 10 times Instagram. It's a whole world inside Facebook. Instagram is just, it's basically like your picture, that's it. True moo. Good stuff. Chewbacca. You want to see a Chewbacca? I'll show you a real Chewbacca. You want to see Chewbacca Sasquatch? Nobody can show you a picture of Chewbacca but me. Wow. And Jake. Here, watch. Where is it? Head, shoulders. I just saw Chewbacca. I'll show you the best Chewbacca you've ever seen in your life. No idea how those got there. Did not put those icons there. Oh well, Chewbacca was there. Let me see something. Where's Chewbacca? I'm not stopping now just out of the point if I can't find Chewbacca. A lot of pictures just for a week. There he is. There's Chewbacca. It's the best, one of the best Bigfoot pictures ever been taken in history, in my opinion. I can brag because it's not mine. This guy's a narcissist. It's like, this guy will punch you in the face. That's about it. Chewbacca. I even have pictures of the same exact dude wearing the Chewbacca. I said this last time. Wearing the Chewbacca thing around his chest as well. The jewelry. That's real. Look at that. That's Jake. Yeah, it's such an awesome capture because, and then not only is it awesome, it has there's a much bigger picture to this. This is just the one I have on my backup PC, but of course you have your symmetrical X, right? I never show you a picture of the others or a real Bigfoot without their language involved. They can't exist without this. That's why they take what it is he has his portable device, but he's not connected right now. And that's why we still could have got him if he was connected, but they weren't connected. There's another face right there. Look, even just look here how funky all this is. Like right here. Look at that funk. It's a bullet. 7.62 caliber. Full metal jacket right there. You'll never ever get a real picture of Bigfoot without their language. If you ever see one without their language, there's a 90% chance that it's fake. No matter what you believe and how real it looks, if you cannot see a structure in the background somewhere, mostly it's a faked video. And I've been able to determine all the fakes now because people don't understand. You know, they're literally trying to create a real video without the knowledge of Bigfoot. You know what I mean? So yep, you can tell I do this for money. Look where I get to live. On the backside of a barn in horse shit. Okay. I'm not complaining. Oh, look, I showed that last time too, right? Like, look, they're right there. And I never knew. I wasn't even doing Bigfoot. There's one right there holding a staff. See him right there? It doesn't matter, but this picture's that old. I'm with my daughter. You can see all their drapes right there. I had no idea. I was just a regular chump. Complete idiot right there. Complete idiot. I'm not even kidding. Oh, man. Hold on a second. So we got 9 minutes. Let me see what you guys are doing because I want to talk to you. I want to see what you guys, if anyone have any questions, or you can send me pictures today. That'd be great. I'll check Instagram. I get the pictures. I just can't add it to all of the messages I have to check already. And then on top of that, I have Instagram now. There is 900 followers in there now all of a sudden for somehow, but it's not that. I just don't get the traffic. There's no point in. So I kind of like post pictures for like to archive them, not to show them. So the few people that see them, great, but it's mostly just for me. So I have another platform. And I've been trying to put like just the most legible pictures there. Things like that. Thank you, Kim. You see, Mario's a very confused individual. You gotta love the idiots. There's nothing. I love idiots. They amuse me to beyond all amusement. A regular person, basically, or the fun. They're so pathetic. It's almost sad how crazy people are, how dumb they are. And I'm talking about the smartest of people are the biggest idiots. That's the smarter you are, the dumber you are with the earth. The more of a human education you have, the less you'll understand this. Now, I'm not saying there's not very educated people that understand it. I'm just talking about in as a rule of thumb in general that people are just so stupid. It's every one of you know. These are your aunts, your uncles, your wife, these are people that we love. So I'm saying it with a grain of salt. I'm not trying to be literal, but man, are you stupid? Oh, it's amazing to me. Hey, Janelle. Happy Easter. Would you say Cookie? Yes. Did you see Drapers? I see the big stick drape over some others. Yeah. Yeah, they that's how they do it, They have. Yeah, I have PayPal. I like to get PayPals. Versus like anything else because it's cheap. Messenger is the best. If you're gonna send stuff to your kids and stuff, I would use Messenger because it's free. My PayPal, it's just Colorado Bigfoot / PayPal or something like that. You can just if you put PayPal and Colorado Bigfoot in the same search, it'll come up. Or you can just use my email, which is Gail. Can you put that up? The Mark D. Abel at AOL.com. Can't. I think. Let me see if I can. Am I allowed to type? No, I can't type. That's why. I can if I'm on the PC. It doesn't matter. I still pay. I pay taxes on every. It sucks. Like this year, I'm destroyed. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna pay taxes on everything. There's no hiding. There's no like those. You really think I would give the trolls that fuel? Like, oh, he's cheating on his taxes. I'm going to report him for no reason other than I can do Bigfoot better than they can. Psychos. Please report me. I dare you to report me. They'll charge you for false reports because it's one thing I don't mess around with is the IRS. I had my own company for 20 years. I'm not an idiot, and I would never give an idiot fuel. So I'm all over that. I do it all. I don't do any of my taxes myself either, just to avoid any problems. My account, I have an accountant. It costs like $300, which is a lot, but at least I know it's done right and no one can ever come after me. I'm never going to give these people a reason to be like, we got him finally. You know, like the only thing they can come up with is I talked about lesbians. That's the only thing I've done wrong. I do nothing wrong. I work my ass off to do this, and to be criticized by bottom feeders of the earth. It's kind of annoying, you know, and it's anyone in this. A lot of you guys do the same thing I do. You know what I'm talking about. These are all idiots, assholes. I call them bottom feeders. They're people that are lost forever and will always know nothing. And let them. That's what makes us badass. Let them know nothing. Let them troll people on their messages, and who cares about those people? I really don't care. It's Janelle's birthday. Happy birthday. I'm not going to sing because I'll lose all my subs if I sing happy birthday. I'm not even kidding. Be like, hey, you know, Mark, you do get good Bigfoot, but if you sing again, I'm never coming on here. They were all winter, Scott. I got to go up there. I haven't been there in at least a month now. I'll go back up there and see if they're still there. I would imagine they would still use it now but I don't know, with all these people trying to hike and everything because of the coronavirus, whether they've moved that or not. Did you see that video where if you've seen the one video where I showed all the cars that are parked there now for that secret base, it wasn't really the first time. I had documented the same thing like many times, and I thought it was my imagination. And then after a while, then you see the same cars that are still there with snow on them. Half of them are renter cars from like Iowa. And you could just tell these were people working on this base. It looked like even some might have been construction guys that were doing work, all, you know, private contractors, things like that. Good day, Alan. How are you? Sing happy birthday. I can't. I want to. The wanting to sing for Janelle is there. Janelle, I'm singing in spirit to you. Happy birthday. I'm not doing it. Hey, Winnie the Pooh, thank you so much. Is that I know your name really well. Is that I really appreciate that. We never did ask you though. Is that a video game? Because you're a player, so I was wondering, does Winnie the Pooh have a video game? That's a legit question, isn't it? Yep, same thing. You got to see the amount of idiots out. It's unbelievable. We have even a more tightened quarantine now. There's more people in town that have ever been in town in the history of the world. There's more cars that have ever been in town ever. There's more people riding bicycles than ever. There's more people walking than ever. As soon as you tell someone they can't stay at home, they have to leave. Otherwise, they would just be there all weekend because they've been working. Most people just go home and lay on the couch until they have to work again on Monday, and or you know, hang around the house, go out in the back, have a beer. And now there's more people out than have ever been out before in the history of Eagle County, in Eagle, Colorado. It's almost unbelievable the amount of people that are out. So they closed all the state forests, everything. I got offended. Kelly's like, no, they didn't. I was like, Kelly, yes, they did. You're not allowed to go to the state forests. It's amazing how everyone knows the rules here. And it doesn't really matter because all the real state forests still have too much snow anyway. Yeah, not quiet here. I 200 bicycles passed by here yesterday. 200 bicycles. I'm not kidding. It's unbelievable. I told you, people are idiots. It'll never change. It doesn't matter. You could a nuke with because your idiots are written on the side of it, it could explode, and all of the same idiots would continue to be idiots. It doesn't matter. We are the dumbest form of life on this earth. We're also brilliant. So don't get me wrong. In our little bubble, we're brilliant. We're smart. We've done amazing things. But as far as the earth goes, so as soon as you take your foot and you put it outside of that humanness, out of the human bubble, you're the biggest moron that ever existed on the face of the earth. Put your foot back in. Now you're the smartest person that ever existed. Stick your foot back out again. You are the dumbest moron ever. It's just the way it goes. You've been the more educated you are humanly, the further you're pulled away from the truth. It's what they've done since the beginning of time. They over teach you logic and common sense. It just gets built into everything, into math, psychology. All the big classes are all taught to keep the smartest people from thinking about these kind of truths, because if you get someone too smart, they're going to figure it all out, and they want to keep all those people away. And now it's becoming tough. We have scientists stepping forward. We have some very important people getting involved in this subject, and I have some important people that I talk to as well that I'm not allowed to tell you. I've actually signed NDA over one guy who's a very famous person in the scientific world and has contacted me. And there's people, that's why I laugh at idiots, because if they had any idea what was going on behind the scenes, you would get how important what we're doing here is. We just do it down to earth here at Colorado Bigfoot. People want to sign on for some intellectual conversation. That's not how I do things. Hey, Joanne, better late than never. I'm getting off, so we're not discussing anything. We're wrapping it up. Happy Easter to you and Jed. Sorry, I was drawing a blank on Jed. Hope Jed's feeling better. We're talking about idiots. Thank you, Nancy. We're not. We're talking about how we're not really talking about anything. It's just how you could be a genius in here. Like right in this little screen is the human world. And as soon as these geniuses take their foot and step out of it, that they become the biggest idiots that ever existed. They are dumb. We're talking about like really, really smart scientists, things like that. But now that there's a couple that are coming out, and I've been contacted by one, and I'll be able to talk about it eventually. That's one thing he didn't want me to do, is go, hey, look who I'm talking to. See, I'm legit. I'm real. Look who this guy wouldn't be a part of me. It's part of why they do the NDAs. They don't want me to talk about him. Like, he wants no attention. He doesn't do it for attention. He's the guy that makes $350,000 a year. He just does it for his research. He doesn't want anyone messaging him or finding his family on Facebook or any of that. So we're working on it. It's amazing what happens around it, and what can happen just from going out and doing my videos. People come to you. Remember, no one person will ever figure it out. It takes all of us. It takes Northern Michigan Bigfoot to be out there. It takes Eileen to go to her spot once in a blue moon. It takes all of us to do this, because it's a brain power. We need more input. Our brains are too, like, it's like scrambled eggs out there half the time, especially if you're in the middle of them. Keep the camera steady. People forget, because you're getting zapped. I'm remembering people say, keep the camera steady. I'm like, there's whistles. I'm like, I'm tripping over logs. I'm like, that's why there's not too many Bigfoot videos that are like perfect. People don't realize where I am. Love to see the guy that complaining come up here and do what I'm doing. First of all, I love to see his Bigfoot video to begin with. There's no room for criticism here, because the person criticizing could never even film a Bigfoot video. So how is my video a bad video? I don't know. It's crazy. My videos aren't really. I know there's some entertainment in there sometimes, but it's mostly educational. If you look at my channel, I'm under the category of education. It's not entertainment. I educate. I don't entertain. I'm like a boring teacher that you just couldn't wait to leave at high school and go smoke a joint outside. Right, Scott. Exactly. I mean, I've been saying that for years, and I remember things. I never say anything because I think it's what you want to hear, or say something where it makes me look good. But it's a fact that we need to be together in this. That's why I don't get these like complete bottom feeders like Long Island Bigfoot and Mason Exploring who get drunk and talk bad about other people. Without being together, you'll be lost in this forever. And that's exactly what those two just did to themselves. We're the main group in Bigfoot. Colorado Bigfoot and friends are, and some of those friends are getting some of the best things you've ever seen in videos. They're people that blow me away and stuff. We are the best at this. There's not even an argument in it. There is no other group of people in this subject. It's basically us. You have these little tiny, like, Todd Standing doesn't have a group of people. Mike Patterson doesn't have a group of people. We have 24 hours a day, hundreds of people working on this together, and where other people have nobody. So we're doing the right thing. You can't fake it. I'm not smart enough to make you want to help me with my personality. I gotta go out and get the stuff that'll convince you, because I don't have this, this incredibly intellectual personality where you're going to be drawn to me just by my words. I got to show you. In fact, I might even make you want to run away because of my words. Jay, that's a tough one. I mean, we don't. First of all, you don't know that they have human DNA. I mean, there's no DNA in as far as I'm concerned. There may be some out there. There's so many others. Like I'm very willing to believe at some point Sasquatch took a wife, and I know that it's happened the other way where we've captured like a female Sasquatch, kept her in a hole, and got her pregnant. So, I don't think they have to worry about this, to be honest with you. I don't know, honestly. This comes down to anybody's opinion. Can Bigfoot get the coronavirus? I don't think it's something they worry about, to be honest with you. They're completely different beings. I don't know. I have to just give my best educated guess on that. How would let's just say we were having a tea party with them without asking them that. How would anyone know? I don't think they seem to be no different to me now than they've ever been. So I don't see how they're worried about that. They might get their old. I'm very willing to believe that they get like their own. What's up, John? Their own colds. I'll bet you, because even like your dog, right, will get like a cold or get like sniffles sometimes, or a cat. So I'm very willing to believe there's a cold out there for just about anybody or anything. Yeah. So who knows? But it's not a crazy question, because a lot of people have mentioned that as a joke or as being serious. I don't think it's something they're worried about, to be honest with you. I really don't. I really, truly don't believe that. I mean, I could be so wrong. I mean, I don't know, but I'm just guessing that I don't think they care. I do believe that anything with a nose and a respiratory system can catch some kind of cold. I would think that anything that's living and walking around. So they probably have their own. I mean, I don't know if we might be able to give them a common cold. I'm not sure. It's all guess. That's all guessing game. But I'm willing to buy that for sure. That, because I mean, like I said, our animals get sick, so it doesn't seem to bother them like it does us. But oh yeah, really? The mushrooms? I saw someone ask for someone that wanted help. They're like, I need help with someone that defines mushrooms. I don't know. I got to figure out which ones to look for, Winnie, because I don't know. Missouri's been good. Missouri is a great state. They have lots of Bigfoots. Jake just put a video out. Mind bending something. Isn't that funny? We're always like mind blowing, this, that, mind bending. It's like, it really is if you look at it hard enough. I really don't know about that. The immune systems and their situation. I don't even have the smallest hint. That's one of those things that just never has never come up or ever. I've never even thought about it. I just, like I said, I can only assume. I think God. Again, here's another opinion, but I think God, all his creations, right? I mean, I'm talking about, maybe there's even on the other planets and the other solar systems. I would think that it's like the saying that nobody's perfect. I don't think God ever created a flawless being. And these guys make mistakes. I see it all the time. That's how I get them most of the time, is on their own mistakes. It's how I've seen them face to face, literally looking right at his face because he made a mistake. Things like that. And I'm very willing to believe that just about every one of those beings can get the common cold. Yeah. Or maybe they have their own, version of the cold. Maybe they don't get ours. I don't know. Jesus. Dwayne, Mark, if they claim that Bigfoot has took a wife on an opposite or the opposite, then we as humans, yeah, I mean, I'm not claiming that. I don't make that as a claim. I didn't claim. I wasn't making that claim. I was just assuming that that's possible from some of the stories and old pictures that I've seen, things like that. So I don't know. I would just be willing to believe that. That's all I'm saying. I don't know. I really, how do you know? How do you know? There's things that we might not ever know. I mean, I don't know. I have no idea. Is there half humans? Some of the pictures that I've seen, you would almost have to. It's getting chilly in here. You'd almost have to, like, kind of agree with that because I don't know. I've seen some weird pictures. One thing I do know is what they eat and what they harvest and what they gather is completely out of your thinking. It's nothing that we have no conflicts of interest at all, except probably trees. But I think a lot of what they do is sap, bark, pine nuts, all things that we could care less about, and you would never notice if it was a devastation of it in the forest. Your brain doesn't even register unless you're thinking about it. Oh, thanks, Troy. I will. It didn't give me a notification, but I there's a way to do it. But if you found it through Colorado Bigfoot, it should work. But I'll let you know for sure. If I get any PayPals, I'll email you with the PayPal, whatever PayPal you emailed from, or that's under your account. I can get that, and I'll just email you. Brazil. Viva la Brazil. I love Brazil because it has a big Jesus. Look, man, you don't have to believe in Jesus to think it's cool. It's just an amazing thing, to I don't know, to just pretend, like, just be into him. You don't have to, just look at it all. People build giant statues of for no reason. It's kind of like, religion's not that far away from Bigfoot. It's the same idea. People just don't believe anything because they're too stupid. There's no other reason. Jimmy, have a great day. So thanks, Troy. I'll check that. I didn't get a notification on here, but that doesn't really mean anything. Northern Minnesota, mind-bending structures and massive trident. Let's see if it's worth checking out. I can air Jake stuff because I don't think he cares. Let's see what he's doing here. Short video so I can look through it. Ooh, let's look at some structures. You guys want to? Joel, have a great day.
Show this one.
Show this one.
There's fresh foot impressions all
He just put this video out.
Look at that.
Sorry, guys. That's my Wi-Fi. It doesn't want me to stream and watch the video, but let's try it again.
Right in front of it, there's a... Yeah, I gotta get back here further.
This video just came out a minute ago.
You can see they've been in your structure. Look at this. Look at the new structure.
Jake gets good stuff, man. His structures are so good. Here's me again. Okay, diverting the attention from me to somebody else. I don't gain anything out of this because I care about you guys. All right, so I can't do both, unfortunately. It's not going to let me stream and no. This is Jake. This is Northern Minnesota. Northern Minnesota. This is the guy that filmed the Chewbacca, the picture of Chewbacca I was just showing you. This is Jake. I'm Jake's biggest fan. I can't, no one watches the videos. He's getting great stuff. He's completely censored by the government. Every single one of us is completely censored and taken out of algorithms. You have to understand. They send notifications to 4% of my subs. They even give you a pie chart telling you. I've had people question that, and I'm like, listen, man, they give you a breakdown on a pie chart. There's a huge thing, a whole huge system on YouTube behind the scenes, and it breaks down everybody and everything. I know how old everybody is, like not you in particular, but like the average age of my viewers, what percentage is female, what percentage is male. All that stuff is documented by YouTube and available in my account. Bigfoot. These are all right around my trailer. Every picture you're seeing is right from within a few hundred yards of here. His name's not Roach, by the way. It's actually Roke. It's like there. Like I don't even think that's a Bigfoot. It's just one of those other ones. It's like I call them cave trolls. He's clearly got a bunch of babies and little ones. Look at that face right there next to him. You can see the whole body. He's wrapped around him. There's his legs. There's his arms. You see that? That's his arm. That's his leg. It's a little one literally attached to him to stay invisible so I can't see them. Remember, they only do this because you'd be able to see them if they didn't. Yeah, he's holding on to whatever that is right there. I don't think it's a trident. I mean, if you're talking about that picture, I don't think it's a trident, but there's right across the street from me, there's like 9 tridents. And some are huge, like big scale tridents. So anyway, let's wrap things up. It's right there. You can look at it yourself. There's no questions. People that question it are just morons. I don't show anything. I've shown you 10,000 pictures of them. I'm the best at the best at knowing what's real and what's not. I read a language. I don't even look at that picture. Okay? I read a language that no one in the world seems to be able to understand. I don't need to see that. All I need to see is that. And that's how I know that's real. I mean, I know it's real because these are guys that live across the street, but I'm just saying, like, in general. Is it Bigfoot? I don't think so. There's a whole other world out there. That's what I'm saying. Bigfoot gets the rap for it's 411. Bigfoot did it. 411. Bigfoot did this. Bigfoot's that. Look at this Bigfoot structure. Look at this Bigfoot. This Bigfoot. That. People are idiots. I've been telling you this for years. Bigfoot is the minority. You're not seeing anything from Bigfoot. You're seeing the others. I'll show you. I literally break down over 800 videos of the others, what it looks like where they are, what Dogman structures look like, what Bigfoot structures look like. I know what all of their structures are and who made each one. All I have to do is see a structure and I can tell you who did it. I can tell you what classification, like which group did it. It's something, it's very simple. It's just that it takes years and years of research to figure out something that simple because it basically is repetition. Seeing the same exact structure 1,000 times and getting the same types of faces only on that structure. That's how it works. Well, share more information about the magic they're using, but it's a mystery. It's the only thing I know for sure at this point about how they do it is some of them have tech. We've been finding, and they literally have these bendable, like little things that have notches on them, and they have like mobile units, and then the structures that you guys are finding and the structures that I find in these worlds where I find their seats and there's an X on the seat and things like that. They said that they created all of that to make it easier. So what they do is they create these blinds, they do their language like the X's and the bends, and then they attached their tech to those existing structures that are ours. That's the best way I can describe it. I thought I lost you for good there. All right, guys, have a great day. Happy Easter. I love you guys very much. Thank you for hanging out with me. I know I can be boring sometimes. I can be I'm not really opinionated, but it sounds like it sometimes. I told you I don't need trolls. I'm my biggest critic. I know exactly when to tell me to shut up. I'm gonna listen to myself in the videos. I'm like, oh my god, shut the f up. Like I literally yell it like it's not me. I'm like, shut. You guys haven't seen so many videos just simply because I was annoying myself. I probably didn't show so many Bigfoots just because I was pissed. I was bothering myself by talking. Brian, have a great day. Eileen, you too. John, you guys, happy Easter. Hopefully all this crap is over soon. They extended it here till the 27th, so we have at least 2 more weeks of this, which I'm fine with. It's the end of the world, and I feel fine. Isn't there a song? I feel fine. Like everyone's dead, and you're just walking around like I feel great. like instead of doing the Walking Dead thing, just walk around, smoke a joint, and just be like, yeah, this is great. Hey Gene, how are you? Just showing up. I'm just wrapping it up, so sorry about that. I'll leave this video up just for a couple of hours, and then it'll be private. Gail, have a great day. I'll be around. I'll be on and off today. I think I was going out, but I had no idea that there was a freaking snowstorm. So I might still go out across the street. I'm not sure. I might wait till tomorrow morning and then just catch up on stuff. I'm behind on everything, like messages and stuff like that. Have a great day, you guys. Anyone, I guess everybody stayed home for Easter, right? Like, did anyone have a church service that went on or anything? It's the one time I really don't mind going to church. I will never go by myself, but I love going with like my mommy and daddy, like on Easter. And, hey, Tom, thank you. I got that notification. Thank you very much. I'll send you a message as soon as I get off. Again, every time he does that, I don't, not because he gives me super chats or he gave me money on Messenger just now, but I really want Tom to come out. Tom Barrett. You did. Oh yeah. Online church. Yeah. That's my parents sent me the link to their church too. There's just something about, does it mean you're not a great Christian if you only go to church on Christmas or Easter? No, it's a start. You know what I mean? I think the fact that you went is a great thing. It's not you're there. Are you as perfect as all the other people? I mean, I don't know how much all that matters, but it makes you feel good. You go on the important days. You just go. It's just something you do. If you don't want to go, that's even more reason to go. Now you're being selfish. What if that's all true? What if it's all true? Jesus died for your sins and everything, and you're like, I don't feel like going. You know what I mean? Like you'd rather play video games. Like you're literally staying home to play Call of Duty because you don't feel like going to church to thank a guy that died for you. I mean, it's kind of selfish. So the least you could do is go get some palms and just chill. You know what I mean? Have a great week, lady. Martha, happy Easter. Absolutely. You can't just be like, I'm a Christian. Let's go do some shots. I mean, you can, but I mean, you know what I mean? You can't really pick and choose like me. I'm not a great Christian. I preach sometimes like I am, but I'm not. I mean, like some of the things I say, I'm just as guilty as everyone else. I'm just simply suggesting what we should do. That's all. I'm not saying I do it. I'm not by any means this perfect Christian, but I'm starting to get a feel for it. I mean, my father's a minister. My father's a Christian speaker, and so is my mother. So you get over time. He's a minister. You master the Bible without even trying it, without even reading it. But it's it's just something to think about. You'll have a happy life. No one's trying to fool you. It's if you're having trouble with religion, you're like the people that don't believe in Bigfoot. Without seeing it, you don't believe it, and that's the secret to everything human. All the magical things we can't see. It's part of being a human. They want us to have faith for some reason. They want us. You're being tested. Yeah. You're being tested because you don't know. We feel like this, and I am hanging up. We feel like this is everything revolves around us, our life, like everything, death, heaven, hell. It's all waiting for us here, and I don't think it's quite like that. I think that you'll be surprised that that's good, Scott. Rock on, Mr. Wheat. I forgot what I was saying. I just feel like you got to have faith, because it's the same thing as, I mean, can you imagine I was doing what I do now, but I didn't show you anything. I would just preach to you every day about how there's Bigfoot. Oh, just trust me. They were over there, but I can't show you any pictures. You guys, I found the best structures you've ever seen. Just have faith. After a while, you get sick of it. You're like, where's God? Then your brother dies, or your wife, and then now you hate God even more. And one thing you have to remember is nothing matters. We just think it does, and it's not being done onto you. You take everything as it's being done to you. It's just life. Happy Easter. Wungra? Is that it? Yeah, Wungra. You guys have a great day. I wish I was more entertaining. If I could sing you a song, I would. Janelle, happy birthday. I refuse to sing happy birthday by myself. If all of you guys could sing with me and they could hear you, then I would sing, but I'm self-conscious. I'll admit it. I don't like to sing in public. The second this video this turns off, I put music on, I'll sing. As long as no one's looking. So no, you're welcome. I mean, I don't know how much knowledge put out there today, but I don't know, man. It's this whole thing. There's something to all of this and God. There's a major connection there with both, and that's why you'll hear, if you hear me over time, you'll say, like, wow, he sure mentions God a lot, and he sure mentions Bigfoot a lot. Well, there's a connection there, and that's why I'm constantly. People are saying, "Oh, be careful, they're evil." I'm like, oh my God, these people are so fucking stupid. If anything, it's the opposite. They know exactly who God is. They don't have. It's the one thing that I've said since for 4 years. It's the biggest difference between us and them. Do you want to know what it is? You want to hear an education? Here it is. Okay, it's something that you can only know this by what I have done. There's no other way to know this. So this is an education. There is. I forgot what I was going to say now. There is a major connection between God. Oh, the biggest difference between us and them. We have to have faith. Humans have faith. There's no facts at all in anything. You believe it or you don't. It's as simple as that. Believe it or not. They know everything for fact. Okay, so just ask yourself this: everything, they know everything factually. That maybe they have things about them they don't know factually, but about us they know everything. Now ask yourself, why doesn't your government? I don't know why this is your government, but it is. Rat rum. This is your government, and this is. That doesn't matter. It's just ask yourself. Okay, yeah, I know what I was going to say. This is your government. Red rum is your government. This is. Well, I'm having issues right now. This is us. What makes you think? I mean, so this. No, I'm sorry. The red rum is them. This is us. What makes you think our government, which is my head, is going to tell you in a triangle about? Why would they introduce you to beings that are going to explain the truth about the entire earth to the rest of the humans and destroy our economy, cause the crash of religion when they say, no, we know who your God is. He's this religion. There's no other question. We can show you and tell you exactly why. And they would crash every other religion on earth, which would crash the economies, which would cause wars, which would cause nukes that would cause, I mean, these, no one could ever imagine when they were thinking about the term, the subject of Bigfoot, that it was the most important subject on the face of the earth. What I do is one of the most important things in the world. Is it my video that you're watching the structure on? No. It's what I'm in that camera out there is the most important secrets held in the world, and they're all with them. And that's why that's why it's going to take so long and so much figuring out. They might even, when they introduce us to them, have them lie, because that you can't, it'll destroy. There's good lies. They've lied to us. Our humans have lied to us for so long that you can't just come out and say these things. Look at the common cold. We have a new common cold that is devastating the world for absolutely no reason at all. It's killed less people than any other flu in the world. It doesn't make any sense. And people are losing their minds and buying toilet paper and walking and riding their bicycles all over the place when they would never do it before. People are insane, and it'll always be that way. And if you were to tell them something catastrophic like that, no one's ever heard any. We've never in your lifetime have never heard any catastrophic news ever. You've never seen one thing that's ever happened on this earth that's really important, like who your God is, or who. Think about why you haven't. They'll never let you know because they can't control you that way. They have to have you scared to death, or you won't listen. If you knew everything wholeheartedly, factually, the whole world would change. They have to have you a sheep, scared. They have to be one step ahead of you. And this is all real and it's all true. None of what I'm telling you is an opinion. These are things that I know for a fact. I've been told them. I've been told. I know what God is real. They told me. So I will never say it on a live video. It's all real. So, we've all been lied to. You have to lie to people. Look, give the people that lie the benefit of the doubt. Okay. All of a sudden it's you. You're the one that decides everything. You're going to be like, man, listen, I can't tell these idiots this. We can't say Colorado Bigfoot is doing everything right, because then that will destroy the rest of the world. You have to, because it's because of the knowledge that comes with them. You have to understand they know everything, and it all, like I said, everything about us. I don't know what they know about them. I really don't know, but I know they know everything about us. They know everything. In fact, they play more. Don't be shocked down the road in a few years when you hear about the roles they've played in human beings, and that human being had no idea, just a complete idiot, which is all of us, had no idea that they were in your bushes helping you with your life, things like that. They've played, I don't know who they are, but some of the unseen world have still in every day play a huge role in human beings. They don't just sit in the bushes. There's a huge thing going on. I can't even give you an example because they don't tell me that. They just say that there's a huge role there in with some of them. You'll see. Like, what did I tell you guys? All of this is going to come out one day. They're going to look back at all of these things that people like me said, right? And you're going to see that I've hardly ever been wrong. I just drooled, so maybe I was. You know what I mean? I'm sure of it. I make sure before I speak. Sometimes I say the dumbest things if it's not related to the subject, but I never say anything that won't be looked back at in 5 years. I won't embarrass my children, my family, and when they speak about me in 50 years from now when I'm dead, they're going to have nothing but nice things to say. Be like, he talked about lesbians, though. Who I love. I love everyone. I don't judge people, ever. I never judge people. I've never been that way. I mean, probably at some point. I think I was like that in high school a little bit. We were all just idiots, but these days, like, I don't even think about it. Like, if I meet you, I'm not thinking like, oh, this person's not really that good looking. This person's kind of fat. I'm not going to be able to be friends with them because they don't look good. That is never even a thought in my brain. But that's how most people are. Most people are very judgmental, analyze every word you say, are mean and cruel. And these aren't people you want. Like, I don't know how you become racist or judge other people. Bends my brain apart. I don't understand. I think I mentioned it a little bit the other day. I bring up racism a lot because I don't see any of it. I just don't get it. I just don't get it. How dumb are you? I say these things for myself. It has nothing to do with, I'm not trying to teach you anything. I say it because I need to get it out of me. That's the only reason I say most of the things I say. Not thinking I'm ever teaching you a thing. It's just that I need to get it away from my body. And I think back to racism a lot, like back to the slavery days and stuff. And it makes me so angry. Think about it. It could have been us. We could have been the slaves. It could have been just whoever was here. But the thinking that back then, like, oh, I think we'll make these people slaves. I don't understand it. I don't get how that ever, how you could look at, I'm talking about even animals like deer, like any, like how you put yourself above everything else on earth because you're white. It's just like above animals, above black people, above Chinese people, above everybody. It's just a crazy thing to me. And I'm very thankful that my brain does not work that way because you will be judged on that one day. Those are things that aren't excusable. You married a woman, you married a guy, and you were this great person that the God's probably going to forgive you. But when you walk around judging and making other people sad and making other people miserable, these are the types of things that are going to affect you when you die. I promise you. You cannot be a psychotic person and affect other people's lives without consequences eventually. Especially when you deliberately do it to make yourself feel better. All that is a miserable person. You know what I mean? So if you're miserable, you want someone else. What's the saying? Misery loves company, right? So if I'm sick and I hear Janelle's sick, I'm actually kind of happy because I don't want her to be sick, but I'm like, oh, thank God, now my friend can go through with me. You know what I'm talking about. We feel better if someone especially your friend, is kind of happy. You wouldn't wish it on them, but if they do have it, you feel better that you're not alone. You know what I mean? Where other people will, so if they're having a bad life, I've felt that way a million times where I wanted to project my anger. It's not like I don't feel like that. Like I've wanted to attack so many times. It's unbelievable. But I don't know. What's up, dwarf? Brown dwarfage in Cali. Dwarf, you're in Humble, right? Humble County. Smoking weed, man. Smoke some weed. Dwarf's gonna get to heaven. They're gonna be like, God's gonna be like, you know what, man? Glenn, you're a pretty nice guy. You were good to people, but damn, did you smoke a lot of weed? God's like, here you go. Did you see the? Let me show you one picture before I get off here. Hold on. I'm like, I thought it was funny, man. I'm online and I see this picture. They got this picture from my video, and I'm like, I've heard of 2 paper joints, but this is ridiculous. Let me show you the picture. I have a Bigfoot smoking a joint. Wait till you see the size of the joint. This is real too. I don't think he's smoking anything, but it really looks like he is. Where was that? Oh, well, I can't find it. It was right here. Bigfoot smoking. This is like a 50 paper joint he's smoking. Where was that? That was a great picture. I can't see it now. I did that on purpose. So stupid. What kind of an idiot inhales a chemical and puts it in their lungs? You got to be the dumbest person to ever exist if you do that. Like, how dumb does it take? Like, how dumb of a person does it take to vape chemicals into your lungs? Brian, take your YouTube, smash it on the floor, and then pick it up and say, "You ready to work now?" Teach it a lesson. I used to do that, like when I was younger. Like if something didn't work, I'd take it and be like, huh! Just smash it against the wall. I'd be like, "Want to work now?" And sometimes it would actually work. I'd be like, other times it would break into millions of pieces. But you try to teach, like I would try to teach electronic equipment a lesson. I've even taken, like, what did I take out there? It was brand new. I dropped like a whole clip into it, like outside, to teach it a lesson. Oh, coffee maker, I think it was. I was like, listen, if you keep breaking, I'm going to take you outside and shoot you. I used to literally have conversations with my coffee maker. So yeah, I might be a little crazy, but not when it comes to Bigfoot. I was just teasing the vapors. I was just teasing yous. I'm teasing yous. That's what we say in Jersey. I'm just teasing yous. It's just one thing I don't get it. I was a smoker too. Like I enjoy smoking, but if you really process the thought of it, it's the stupidest thing you could ever do. Like we're human beings. We only have to worry about one thing, and it's breathing. You could be in a wheelchair with no arms and legs, but you have to breathe. And why constrict the one place that you actually need by smoking? It's a crazy, crazy thing that millions, tens and hundreds of millions of people have done. There's something about it that's so enjoyable. I don't know what it is. East Coast. I'm West Coast, man. I don't talk like that anymore. Y'all, I never really did have a Jersey accent. People would tell me that I was kind of neutral. So if I talk, maybe you guys can tell me differently, but I've been told that it's kind of hard to figure out where I grew up because there isn't an accent really too much that I know of. I mean, I don't know. That's funny, Lizzie. Scott, have a great day. That's right. Shelly has, thanks for reminding me, Shelly. Shelly has the coronavirus right there. Shelly Martin. She's recovering, but she went through some tough moments. Yeah, so we have a person in the chat with coronavirus. And she's recovering. She's also sort of getting to that, getting to, I don't want to talk about her age, but you're from Long Beach Island. No, that's different. Long Beach Island doesn't count. That's like normal people there. That's you got to go up to like well, that's not true. There is some southern, more like it's more the city areas, so if you go to like, especially if you go to like Union, like north to like the city, like a Union County, like they talk like this, like, hey, I'm from New Jersey. I sound like a complete idiot. Even Mike Tyson sounded like that a little bit. He had the Jersey accent. He thought he was just sounding like a baby, but he's actually talking in a Jersey accent. Tyson grew up in Jersey. I used to drive by and smoke pot in front of Mike Tyson's house. Mike Tyson has seen me. This one, he was the champion of the world. We used to drive by from high school. He lived in Burnsville. Google it. He lived in Burnsville, New Jersey. Then, I think I said this once. I'll say something that's kind of hard to believe, but it's true. You can never tell a lie. Mike Tyson bought my grandfather's house. And you can Google all these houses. So he lived in Burnsville, New Jersey. Then I don't know where he lived in between, but then he bought my blood first grandfather, who just passed away at 92. He bought his house for $5.5 million on a Congressional golf course in Maryland, which is a famous golf course. And they paid, it was the realtor said it was one of the fastest closings they've ever had because they paid cash. $5 million in cash, Mike Tyson. It was actually, he was dating a white girl who was like a therapist or something, and she paid the $5 million in cash. And the realtor said it was the fastest closing. So yeah, Shelly, hang in there, feel better. I know. Too bad I don't see any of that money, right? He died at 92, and then he changed his will 2 years before he died. The woman that he married had it all changed. So, who I love her, but she's always been concerned that everyone in the family just wanted money for some crazy reason. Like, no one gives a shit about your money. You know what I mean? I mean, your grandfather dies and leaves you $1 million. That would be great, but who cares? I love my grandfather. I don't care about his stupid money. I mean, it would be nice because I could, if I had $1 million cash, I would never have to ask anybody for money. And I never would ever. If I had even my retirement, I spent like 40. I had to give it all to my ex-wife, who lives in $1 million house, by the way, guys, in Mendon, New Jersey. And I never asked for a cent in this until I spent 40. I had 40 grand cash in my pocket. And I used every dime of that before I ever allowed any people tried. I would not accept it. I'd send it back to them. I would never let anyone give me anything until I had no choice. It was either go back to my job, which was sitting right there, making over 100 grand a year, or be poor and a common peasant and do this at poverty level. And I chose because it was so fascinating, and they did something to my brain that made me do this. That's the only reason that I did this. I have many money-making opportunities. Even right now in this coronavirus, I can make $100,000 a year at a job, and I have to leave. I have to move back to Jersey, and I don't want to go back to Jersey. I don't care if the job was $10 million a year. I really don't want to go. I'm not even just saying that. Like, you could pay me $50 billion a year, and I probably wouldn't go. People would just go for a year. It's like for $50 billion, I might go for a year, but I might not. I'm gonna be honest with you. Money has become, just don't care. about it. As long as I can get through the month, I don't care. I do need to make more because I got to support I have a new grandson coming. Of course I fish. I don't fish here. I grew up fishing my whole life though. Because here's all trout. I'm a bass. I'm a lake. I'm saltwater, and I'm a really good saltwater fisherman and bass. I love to bass fish. I'm an exceptional. I spent 35 years bass fishing, but I always catch release. I've had bass boats, things like that. No, I'm not taking the chip. They can go F themselves. I'll put a bullet right in someone's head before any kind of chip goes into my body. Yeah, I'm not a trout because I don't eat fish. So trout fishing to me is not. It's not that sporty. I know people will argue. It's just not for me. I'm all about catching the biggest fish in the lake. I don't even care what it is. I want to reel in the fish bigger than anyone else has, and then I kiss them and I put them back. That's all. I always catch and release. I always have and always will. I have taken saltwater for I used to have a beautiful Grady White, and I would take my boat out in the ocean. And then I remember me and my pregnant wife went out. We caught like 300 bluefish in less than 2 hours. And I brought all of the fish back to this party with 20 people. They weren't big. They were like this. We were in the school. It was unbelievable. One cast in the boat, one cast in the boat, one cast in the boat. It was incredible. And I called the house. I was like, "You guys want bluefish for dinner?" They're like, "Yeah." I caught those right off. My LBI guy will know. Right in the where was I? Barnegat. What's the name of that? I used to know. The canal in Barnegat Bay. I forget the name of it, but right there's got some great bluefishing. I know, but I'm thinking about the actual, where it meets the water, what it's called. Barnegat something. But yeah, they have, even when people don't realize it, there's giant bluefish that are there even when the schools aren't there. And there's a trick to catching them that I figured out early on. Most people don't know. Boats used to surround me. Be like, how are you doing that? Because I use light tackle. I always use light tackle. So I'm like, it feels like I'm reeling in a shark when you have a 12-pound or 10-pound bluefish. It feels like you have a shark because I'm using like 8-pound test, 10-pound test. You lose them sometimes. I would go out into right there in Point Pleasant, into the ocean, and you can only do it on clear days. You look for you can see these. It'll just look like a black circle out in the water, and you go over to it, and it's fish, and they're bunker. So you want to catch their fish called bunker, and you can buy live bunker. It's what you fish for crabs with and stuff like that. But the bluefish don't. Once in a while, you catch a bluefish on a frozen bunker, but they don't like it. But if you can snag live bunker, I'm telling you, it's a flawless trick. I don't care if they think the blues are there or not. If you get a live bunker, you foul hook it, put it right under its spine, throw them out there completely alive. You'll catch a 20-pound blue every single time, especially right off the end of the jetties. And I'm in a 25-foot boat with twin motors on it, and I'm fishing right on the jetties with those live bunker. And that's people would come up to me like, "What are you doing?" But I can't tell you. Sorry. Apparently, these giant fish in. I felt bad because I did keep them once. I kept like 4 huge bluefish, and I was going to give them to someone, and I couldn't give it to them, and I can't eat them, so they literally were sacrificed for no reason. I ended up throwing like in the woods for the raccoons. I felt terrible. So remember that, Jersey Shore people, live bunker, not frozen. You'll catch nothing on frozen. Live every single time. Your line just goes. You can just see it, like you'll see your line just going out in the water. It's such a great thing. So you guys have a great day. Happy Easter. I'm turning it this way so I can turn you off. And we'll talk soon.